mediocre, and all mediocre people can do is get drunk and forget.
Hey, bro, come on, let's get drunk.
I get drunk. Real drunk.
I want to get drunk.
I mean, sure, when you get drunk, you're lawful disgust and you smell too.
Drunk and stay drunk.
Let's get drunk and pass out.
Did you get drunk, dance in your underwear and sing sea shanties?
I got a hell of a good idea. Let's get drunk.
All we want is to pass out and get drunk. And a little peace.
So, we get drunk, and we're left like hell, and then we die. And the pipe dream vanish.
They deserve to unwind and get drunk.
We have to get drunk immediately.
You gonna get drunk tonight, Daddy?
Damn.
Well, I say we get drunk because I'm all out of ideas.
I'm all out of ideas as to what to do for an intro to this, so I sort of just kind of did everything. we had the countdown, we had the F It Friday intro, and my original intro from the very, very earliest days of my channel, the Dr. Robotnik intro. That's what we just did there. All right, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday here in Korea, Friday night, 10:02 p.m. A nice rainy day. It's warm. It's all cozy and comfortable, and I'm just sitting here with the dogs. There's got the strawberry there looking, and Yoda is underneath my feet. So there will probably be lots of snorting and sniffing as we go through the day. All right. Well, it's just kind of a chill Friday. Kind of nothing really going on, so I thought we'd hit some of the articles and some of the issues that are on people's minds these days. We'll spend a bit of time talking about the royal pains, as I've decided to call them. It was the royal pains in the ass earlier, but I just thought we get demonetized enough here on my streams. We don't need to beg the YouTube powers that be to demonetize us. Well, so we're just kind of chilling. We'll start off with a little bit of Idaho murders. We had Brian Koberger. He had his status hearing yesterday. Very short, very brief. So that's kind of what we're going to hit today. And then we'll talk about the Royals. We got a little story about Dana White, slapping his wife around. We got a few other issues we're going to get to today as well. So it's kind of a chill stream. Let's just deal with it and talk about some issues. Happy to have you all here. Hey, Steph, what's up? Steph, the Alter Nerd, is making an appearance. And Meg, I almost called you Meghan Markle. And Megan Fox, not that one, not the thumbs, the other one. Megan Fox is here in chat. Now, Megan, if you want to join, this is such a chill stream. If you want to pop in and say howdy, you are more than welcome to. I have no idea what you're up to this early in the morning, but I will just shoot you over a link. Do with it as you see fit. It's entirely up to you. I just kind of popped into my head, so we'll do this here. Sending you. Oh, I almost sent it to the thumbs. That would be funny. That'd be funny if she actually came on. Hey, Megan, join my chat. And then thumbs shows up. That'd be cool. Alrighty. Anyway, we've sent out the chat to our very own one and only Megan Fox. So if she feels so inclined to join, up to her. Flux is here. Flux is also working. And Steph the Alter Nerd is snowed under with work. So... And Hayden doesn't reply to me anymore. I was just on that. I was over with Hayden and Ian and others over on Good Logic with Joe's stream, doing he did an 8-hour stream to raise money for the Richard Hogue GoFundMe project. Those of you who don't know, Richard Hogue from Hogue Law had a very serious stroke a couple of weeks ago, and there's a GoFundMe there. I just deleted the link to it. Dang it, instead of posting it. I suck. One of the mods, if you've got that, please put that up there. And if any of you feel so inclined to go and help a family out that needs it, it'll go to a good cause. And speaking of people that need a lot of help, Megan.
Hi. Good morning.
Flux, this is for Megan. You and Jeff are a great duo. Jeff, Mocha Dick. You too, Flux.
You asked what I was doing this early in the morning. Trying to wake up. Just got the kids on the bus. One of them didn't make it to the bus. She didn't sleep all night, so I'm gonna have to bring her in a little later. I do have my kids. Some of my kids have insomnia problems, and that's a real bummer when it comes to getting up to go to school. Because if they sleep all night, it's like, what am I gonna do? Send them in complete like a zombie?
Yeah, I that was me. I was that kid. Because I never slept. Even when I was 4 and 5 years old, my mom would put me down for a nap, and I would just lay there. I just never slept much.
It's really frustrating too. Like when they want to sleep, like I woke her up this morning and she was just like, she started crying. She was like, oh no, I didn't sleep at all. And they want to, but it just can't, it doesn't happen sometimes. So bummer.
Yeah. And Cheryl Magdalena, thank you so much for the CA bucks. GM Jeff, so glad to make it another live with my favorite YouTuber. Oh, Megan's your favorite YouTuber. That's nice. Thank you. She should be. She's everybody's favorite YouTuber.
Did you read the story? Did you read the story that ChatGPT wrote about your beard?
Oh, I actually wrote one about my fucking Friday. I mean, sorry, YouTube, my F It Friday stream too. That was semi-similar to that. It was kind of fun. Do you still have that?
Oh God, it was so funny.
Oh, I just love screwing around on this. So I thought we'd probably do that a little bit later too, because it was just funny. Where's my F It Friday?
Well, I broke it. I broke ChatGPT the other day. It's broken again. It's not coming up again. They keep taking it down. I think we're messing with it too much, and we're like taking over the algorithm. Just can't keep up. I don't know. It's not working.
If anybody wants to play around with this ChatGPT, it is so funny.
It is funny.
I forgot to read this last week, but this is the short story that an AI wrote about my F It Friday stream that you all participated in last week. Let me get the super chat here off the screen.
Wait.
Short story by AI on ChatGPT. It was a hot summer evening, and a group of friends were lounging in the living room looking for something to do. They had already played all their favorite games and were starting to get restless. Hey, I know, one of them said. Let's go on YouTube and see if we can find any videos of people getting drunk. The others laughed, but they were all intrigued by the idea. They quickly pulled up YouTube and started searching. After a few minutes, they stumbled upon a video of a well-dressed lawyer who had clearly had too much to drink. The friends couldn't believe their luck. They huddled around the laptop, watching with glee as the lawyer slurred his words and stumbled around. They laughed as he tried to make a toast and ended up spilling his drink all over the table, which, no lie, effing happened last night. It literally happened last night. As the video went on, the friend started to feel a little sorry for the lawyer. He was clearly embarrassed and seemed to regret letting himself get so drunk. But they couldn't look away. They were too entertained by the whole thing. Finally, the video ended, and the friends sat back, still laughing and shaking their heads. They couldn't believe they had just watched a lawyer get drunk on YouTube for money. It was a moment they would never forget.
I love ChatGPT. It's hilarious, but also terrifying. I couldn't make it. It kept telling me that it couldn't write opinions, but then it would write opinions about things that were approved. Like, for instance, I could make it argue for wearing seatbelts. And it gave me this, wonderful argument about why seatbelts are necessary. And then I tried to make it argue against seatbelts. And it tried, and it failed miserably because the last sentence was, even though there are liberty concerns with wearing seatbelts, seatbelts are shown to save lives and should be mandated by law.
Oh, nice.
That's how it ended.
Close. So like, close.
Fuck you, GPT.
Oh, dear. It'll get you in the end.
It'll get
Well, you watched the you watched the status hearing yesterday of Brian Kohberger.
Actually, I didn't.
You didn't? Well, that's what we're going to spend 6 minutes watching now.
So, I'm so glad because I want to see it. And then actually, I have some questions for you about the next one, the preliminary hearing coming up in June. So,
okay, I'm sure most of them will be, I don't know, but we'll try to answer them.
Okay.
just being honest with you before we start. Get your hopes up. Yeah. This was the hearing that was held yesterday, the status hearing held in Moscow, Idaho, I'm not sure it's actually in Moscow. It's somewhere in Latah County. Might be in Moscow. I'm not sure exactly where the courthouse is.
I was wondering that last night, actually. I was about to look it up because I'm thinking about, am I going to travel there? Am I going to go there in June? I might. Because
it's a long haul for you.
I know it is, but if they keep doing this, like where they are recording and then releasing it later, that's just going to piss me off. That's not okay with me. Because I feel like they're going to edit stuff out. Like how do I know? And will the preliminary hearing even be on television? Probably not. I don't know.
Probably not. No, they'll probably do the same thing. Just play it later after it's over,
I guess.
But well, let's watch what happened, because there's some interesting things here that there's a couple of questions that need to be answered about this. I guess it helps if I click the video on the right screen. There we go. He's coming in, sitting down with his lawyer. Now, this is something that people have been talking about nonstop, is these scratches on his face here.
What scratches?
He's got like one here right under his lip and then one over here on his jawline.
He didn't have that, though, the other day, did he?
Yeah, so it was like, oh, did he get rolled in prison? Did someone beat him up? Did he
like
just cut himself
mark.
Shaving? Yeah, it's, I'm sure that prison razors aren't exactly the best razors out there on the market.
And if he had any kind of breakout and he was shaving, he could have gone over scabs. He didn't have that on his face the other day, so it's got to be new.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be meth scratches in prison. So I'm guessing it's either a shaving cut or like some nervous scratching at pimples or something, but who knows? That's the latest conspiracy out there.
Oh, the chat says that the jail reported it was shaving.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's what they would say, isn't it? and Jeffrey Epstein hung himself. It was a shoe tying accident.
Shoe tying. I really
The judge has got to finish playing Minesweeper.
Good morning, you're on the record.
Now let's boost the volume.
29222805. This is State of Idaho versus Brian Koberger. Mr. Koberger is in custody. He is appearing here in court with his attorneys, Ms. Taylor, Mr. Logston. Mr. Thompson.
We got Santa prosecutor there.
The state.
Old
This
Chris
is the
Kringle.
time set in the matter for the preliminary hearing status conference. So I am going to inquire of counsel. Ms. Taylor, what's the status at this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are going to ask the court to set preliminary hearing out into June. We would request.
See, this is the thing. Is everybody's like, well, why is it so long? Because she asked for it, and the prosecutor's like, all right.
I'm assuming it's because she needs the time to look at the evidence. There must be a lot of it. That's what I'm thinking.
And to think of some good arguments. She needs a good 6 months to think of something.
She needs a good 6 months to come up with a defense for this shit show.
And probably 4 or 5 days for preliminary hearing. Mr. Koberger understands his right to a timely preliminary hearing, and he's willing to waive the timeliness to allow us time to obtain discovery in this case and be prepared.
And Mr. Thompson, are you in agreement with that?
The state has no objection to that, Your Honor, and Ms. Taylor reached out to us by email yesterday with her proposal. On reflection, the state's calendar would be better in the month of July, but we will make the end of June work if that's the court's preference. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Ms. Taylor about that. I'm sorry, I know that's last minute.
That's okay. The court's calendar is going to be better towards the end of June, early July. So would that work, Ms. Taylor, for your scheduling on your other matters?
Your Honor, yes. If we take that 4th week in June, that's actually best.
Okay. So, Mr. Koberger, I need to speak to you for a moment then. So
that's
you
a
do
pretty
understand,
big laceration
and Ms.
under his
Taylor
lip,
has
though.
represented.
See, it looks like he's like either really seriously scratched himself shaving with probably a very dull single-bladed razor.
Plastic single blade, yeah.
Yeah,
But look at that one that's right under his lip. That's that doesn't really look like a razor cut there. That looks like
I've pulled a razor sideways across my face
Ugh,
once or twice.
really?
Yeah, kind of hurts.
Doesn't look good. That looks like a
And I
pretty
mean, he
big
looks like
cut.
he does have some skin problems anyway, so maybe just caught like a pimple or something, but who knows?
Maybe.
In here that she's advised you of your right to have, or fully discussed with you the right that you have, which is to have your preliminary hearing within 14 days of the date that you initially appeared before this court. As you recall, when I advised you of your rights, that hearing is a probable cause hearing where the state has to establish that more likely than not, these felony offenses were committed and you were the one that committed the felony offenses. If you waive your right to a speedy preliminary hearing, it does not mean that you're giving up your right to have a preliminary hearing. It simply means that you would not be able to come back and challenge that the state did not present probable cause within 14 days. Do you understand?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with Ms. Taylor about your decision to waive your right to a speedy preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Do you need any additional time to do so?
No.
Then I will ask at this time, as to the 5 counts, felony counts that were charged in the criminal complaint that was filed on December 29th of 2022, are you waiving your right to a speedy preliminary hearing and agreeing that that hearing can be held outside the 14-day period?
Yes.
And Ms. Taylor, do you concur with this waiver?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you.
I will find your waiver of speedy preliminary hearing is knowing, intelligently, voluntarily entered here in open court with the assistance of counsel. We will go ahead and set the matter for preliminary hearing.
Ooh, wait, pause, Jeff, pause. It does.
Yes.
It does look like there's a bruise on his neck underneath that. Look at that. Do you see it?
Like there?
Like right in this spot. It looks like where you would grab somebody right by the
Like
neck.
here? Like here?
I don't see where you're pointing.
Like
There. Yeah.
Like right there?
Yes, right there. Could be a
I mean,
shadow.
it just looks like
shadow.
razor burn to me. I don't know.
And I would imagine though that they keep him in protective custody right now. There's no way
Yeah.
that he's with other prisoners, right?
People are telling me my mic is super hot. I hate StreamYard so bad.
I know, me too. My mic is
Because
always really hot.
Let me pull up my mic here. Why would it be doing that? That's weird. All right.
John Quinn. I resent that, John Quinn. And I do need new glasses though, it's true.
All right. How is this? I pulled my microphone down to 50%. I hope it sounds better.
I think that's better.
It better be better because this is all I got. All right, whatever.
Beginning Monday, June 26th at 9:00 a.m.
That'd be 9 o'clock Mountain Time. It's not Mountain
I
Time, Pacific
will
Time.
Go ahead and reserve the week, so June 26th to June 30th, in the event that we need all 5 days for presentation of evidence.
Sunglasses on the top of the head look in
Yeah.
court is not so great.
And just so
That's
council
weird.
knows, it will begin at 9 a.m. each of those.
I mean, is she going to the beach or like what's happening
Anything
here?
further to address at this time in the case, Mr. Thompson?
Not from the state's perspective, Your Honor, no.
All right. Or Ms. Taylor?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Koberger, then you will be remanded into custody on your same no bail at this point in time, pending further proceedings. Again, we'll send notice out to council and we will be in recess for this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. Back to your cell. Hope you enjoyed your minute in the sun.
I wonder
And
if
that's
it's,
it.
I wonder if it's like it is at Cook County in Chicago. Every time they bring somebody out of the jail for a, hearing or anything, they have to go back through a process to get back in that takes like 2 hours. And it's that's the worst part. Everybody who I know who's been, who's been in jail. I've studied this a little bit about when I was doing some criminal justice stuff. Anyway, they say the worst part is getting moved in and out. It's the in and out part, because you have to, and then they stick them in these holding tanks and they're all waiting to be processed. And this happens every single time.
Yeah.
So
body cavity searches in the jail and all those other fun things they've got to go through to make sure they didn't pick up any weapons on their way to the courthouse.
They make it as uncomfortable and as possible. It's not a fun thing.
I
Cook
think
County,
a body cavity
though,
search would be by definition uncomfortable.
Well, Cook County, though, is very famous for being a very harsh place, and it's very cold. That's another thing that the prisoners always talk. Oh, your doggy is so cute. Gosh, he's so cute. Waddling in the background there. I love little chubby dogs. But my question about the preliminary hearing is this, Jeff. Is the purpose of that, that's not where they start deciding what evidence is admissible, is it?
No, it's essentially, I mean, it does so many things. It's essentially a probable cause hearing. The statement, the prosecution gets, the way I understand it works in Idaho, some places don't even have this. Some places they just go off the charging documents. Some places you don't even get that. You're just arrested, so let's go to trial. My understanding in Idaho, which is very limited, is that it's essentially a mini trial. Where the prosecution presents evidence that they have to show there's at least a reasonable suspicion or there's probable cause to keep him locked up and to charge him with the crimes. And the defense can, as I understand, can also present evidence as to why he should be considered innocent and the charges shouldn't stick against him. And then the judge will decide whether they whether there's probable cause to hold him over for trial. Then he will get to mention whether he's guilty or innocent, and they'll proceed from there.
Interesting. And it's going to be like 5 days.
That's really, I mean, that's a long time.
That's a long time. Why do we need 5 days? What are they going to be presenting in 5? Are they presenting evidence at that time?
I think it sounds to me like the defense lawyer, she just wanted to make sure there was enough time, probably for all the evidence she's going to find between now and then that he's innocent.
It's just bizarre, though, that it would take 5 days to do this. Why does it take 5 days to establish probable cause? It's just, I don't know. This is a weird thing. Have we not seen a lot of? Have we never covered a trial? Have you ever covered a trial in Idaho before? Is this a first?
This is a first, and I have to call some of my law school buds that I know are working as lawyers in Idaho to get their input.
Yeah, Andrea's going to go. She's going to be there.
Yeah, she's about 2 hours away from there. So.
Yeah, she's not too far. But if they start screwing around and like we don't get the full footage, I'm thinking about going myself just to sit there and hear it, because I hate that. I hate the fact that like, why not stream it? If you're going to record it and then play it later, I don't really understand what is the difference.
I don't know. The only things that I can think, or maybe they're worried about if a juror accidentally gets shown on the camera, or if some documents on the prosecution or defense table gets caught on camera or something like that they have to go out and edit later.
I don't like the idea they can edit stuff out. I don't like that at all. I don't like, as a journalist, I think bullshit. Don't do that. Don't be editing court trials.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't edit it, but I mean, if like I said, they shouldn't be showing documents on the defense table or the defense computer monitors when they pan the camera around, or get juror reflections in glass or mirrors or things like that. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. But I don't know that they'll.
I think that it's suspect is what I think.
Nah.
I don't like it.
Nah.
Like, what are they going to do? Record an 8-hour day in trial and then play it later?
Well, see, that's one thing I don't think they would do that when the trial comes around. I don't know.
If they do, that's going to be really weird. It's going to be really bizarre. I've never heard of that happening ever. I've never seen that.
Well, I mean, would you feel better if they said there's no cameras allowed at all in the courtroom and you can't even watch it? And okay, then
obviously I'll take what I can get, but I just think putting these kind of limitations on it, to me, just smacks of weirdness. I just think it's weird. Now a delay would be better. Caitlin has a good point. It could be like on an hour delay, but to withholding it until like a 6-minute hearing, okay, fine, who cares?
Yeah.
But a trial day when you've got an 8-hour day, no. An hour delay, a delay I could understand, but not holding the whole thing.
Well, the order says that it can be modified according to circumstances, or if the
Right.
judge determines there's a reason to. So it's just in effect right now. We'll have to see how it plays out as it goes along, whether that gets changed or whatnot. So I think pretty much right now they're really concerned about not tainting a potential jury pool,
Sure.
things like that. And they don't want to get anything out that shouldn't be out in public.
Yeah.
You just by virtue of bad camera work. I mean, we'll just have to see.
Is it me, or does his demeanor make you confused? I don't know what I expect. I guess I should expect nothing because I don't know this person and I don't know what. But if this is a guy who did this terrible crime, I feel like he should just be a little more off than he is. He just seems so normal. He appears so normal, and so that's the scariest part about it. That's the scariest part about it. If he did this and he's just this completely normal guy, I don't know what to think about that.
Well, that's how they get away with it. That's how they don't get caught. I mean, if they're like, it's what everybody says. Oh, he was so quiet. He was this good little neighbor kid. He helped everybody. He helped the little old ladies carry their groceries into the house. I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember what comedian. I said this a couple days ago. I can't remember what comedian it was, but there was some comedian a long time ago said, yeah, just once I wanted him to go, oh yeah, we saw this coming a mile away. This guy was a freaking nut job. Yeah, we're surprised he didn't kill somebody sooner. That never happened.
I know.
That's what they call Ted Bundy, the stranger next door. And Dahmer's able to convince the policeman that a naked 14-year-old Vietnamese kid is his adult lover. That they were having a fight, even though he was bleeding from the anus.
And he was 14. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
So yeah, they're charismatic that way. That's kind of part of that weirdness about them. But I don't think we should be reading too much into his actions because, it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. If he acts like a freak, then like, oh, he's acting like a freak. If he doesn't act like a freak, it's like, oh, he's not acting like a freak. Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, well,
no, nothing's wrong. I mean, it's unsettling, is what I'm trying to say. It's just unsettling. Like the BTK.
If he's innocent, he should be crying, though. Well, no, okay, so maybe. I mean, what do you do if he cries? Oh, he's just acting. If he doesn't cry, oh, he should be crying. There is no right answer.
No, there's no right answer.
Everybody handles things.
It scares me when they're so normal. That's the thing, and it's like BTK, same thing. Like completely normal leader in his community. Like just. This is the thing. I think we have it wrong somehow. I think all the forensic psychologists and all the FBI profilers and all of that, I think maybe it's not right. I think maybe they have some, hints of when things go wrong, like childhood abuse and whatnot. But Dennis Rader, BTK, no childhood abuse. Absolutely none. No, he did kill animals.
Yeah.
But he didn't have abuse. So it's like, okay, so are these people just born this way? Is this a brain disorder? What is it? And why can't we figure it out after all this time?
Well, see, that was the thing with Dahmer too. He said he had a great childhood. He said he was a happy kid. Just some weird things that just go wrong somewhere.
It's terrifying.
But see, I think it's good. I mean, it's good they caught him, but I think it's good he's normal this way. Because I was thinking very much along the same lines as Dahmer and BTK, because they're not absolute psychopath nut jobs. Dahmer contributed a lot to understanding the criminal mind of a serial killer by meeting with psychologists and psychiatrists and the people that study brain things, and they were upset when he got whacked in prison because they lost this guy who was just saying, no, this is why I did it. Let me tell you why I did it. This is what I was thinking. This is what they learned so much about that criminal mind. And BTK was very cooperative too, saying, oh, let me tell you why I did it. And I think he's going to be one of them because he studied criminology and he was very interested in the behavior. He was even asking why did you choose this victim? How did you feel after? So at some point when he reconciles this in his head, assuming he's actually found guilty, allegedly he did this.
Oh, I think he'll talk. I think he'll talk.
Yeah,
I think he'll
he'll
I think
want
he
this
will
to be,
he
let
will
me
want
tell you.
and the weird part is he'll end up talking to Catherine Ramsland, who is his teacher.
Oh yeah, that would be weird.
It's look, if I could write a fiction novel, I've came up with the perfect story on this one.
She put him up to it.
Yes, not only him, but BTK too. Here she is. She's like his close personal friend for like 10 years, writing books together, doing this stuff. So what if, and I'm not saying that this is true, I'm saying in a fictional story, it would be fantastic to write a story about a forensic psychologist who is literally finding these guys who will commit the crime so she can write the books. Get it? She's written 64 books, this woman. 64 books. This would make a fantastic movie, I'm telling you.
Oh God, his name suddenly there's a great he's a psychiatrist that it's a psychologist or psychiatrist that writes these kind of crime fiction things. Dang it. I've read like 30 of his books and his name just slipped my head. I gotta go back there. Dang it, who is this? His characters, Milo. Dang it. Who is this guy?
I wish I could help you. I don't know.
I'm scrolling like a madman through my list of books.
I actually bought Catherine Ramsland's book about BTK, the one she wrote with him.
People, chat, help me out here. Alex Delaware, Milo, his detective buddy. Come on, people. Whatever. I guess I'm never gonna find it.
Hold on.
Damn it.
Here, it's
Jonathan Kellerman.
Jonathan
Kellerman. Yeah, they're Gray series books, and this is like something that would be in his book. The evil person that's brainwashing or mind melding the students to get them to go do things. That would be something that would perfectly fit into his novel.
It's just it's as it came, and somebody in the chat was like, "So what you're saying is the TikTok psychic was partially right." No, it's a great idea for a fictional story because this has become so weird with this connection to BTK through Catherine Ramsland and Brian Koberger. So you've got this professor of psychology, forensic psychology, who's like she's been in over 200 documentaries, right? This woman has
she likes herself. It's clear.
Oh, it's clear. She has created an entire career out of being close to serial killers. And I mean, this is just a fantastic idea. I wish I could write fiction. I've been working on a fiction novel for the last like 3 years and it's still going nowhere. I'm like on chapter 6.
Now you know how to start chapter 7.
It's a totally different story. But I mean, if I knew how to write it, I would write it because this would be a fantastic story. It would make a great movie. It would make a great book. I just love it. I mean, and she is strange. I've watched Ramsland's interviews, and I guess you have to be kind of strange to be interested in such deep fashion that this is your entire life is studying these serial killers.
Whitley Strieber. No, not Whitley Strieber, but Whitley Strieber is an awesome author. I got like a dozen super chats here, and we got to do a little bit of pre-stream grift here. I forgot to do my pre-stream grift, so we need to do it in the middle of this. Flux says, "OMG, this is great." Now, Flux, you're great. And AA Ron donation. Well, thank you for the donation, AA Ron. Michelle Cavern says, "Hello, hope you're feeling better today." I felt great yesterday. I thought I felt great yesterday. A couple days ago, I had a scratchy throat, but about 4 or 5 hot toddies really. John McGarvey, raise court volume or lower your volume? Yeah, we worked that out. It's just StreamYard. And Eric says, isn't an alternative to StreamYard yet? Well, there is, but StreamYard is idiot proof, and it's just click button, go live. It's the easiest.
It's pretty great. StreamYard's great.
They just screw it. If they would just stop screwing with audio, I would be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I hear is not what Megan hears, and what I and Megan hear is something totally different from what you hear. Everybody, the three of us, you, me, and her, we hear different things.
Yeah,
because they're stupid. Wild Red 1905. Hello, good morning / evening. It's payday. Take my money. Well, thank you very much. It's receive money day for me, I guess. AA Ron again. Did anything come from that person reporting your stream the other day? No, nothing came from it. I had someone get butt hurt and say they reported my stream. because we were having fun. and apparently what sent them over
it wasn't the stream with the incredibly graphic sex talk, because that's the one I would have reported. Let's put it that way. If I were going to report something, it would have been the neck stuff. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my head.
Just try as hard as you can.
It's mind bleach.
Yeah, no, this was 2 days ago. We were watching the Sarah Boone suitcase murder interrogation at the police station. And somebody mentioned something about ASMR. And I said, oh, that would be a cool thing to do, like a lawyer ASMR. Yeah. Put me in the handcuffs. I love it when you put me in the handcuffs. Oh, yeah. Strap me to the table. Come on, interrogate me. And she's like, oh, this is too much. I'm reporting. And then
Objection, hearsay.
I know. But apparently just that, like, oh, yeah, put those handcuffs on tighter. She's like, I'm reporting this. And it's like, yeah. Yeah, so apparently they didn't. I still think illegal ASMR would be great.
It would be hysterical.
Give me your lethal injection.
Mens rea. Mens rea.
You've seen my mens rea clip, haven't you?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't?
I don't think so. I don't think
All right,
so.
It's from a great movie called Hear No Evil, See No Evil that had Richard Pryor and oh my God, I'm getting so old.
Oh, I know that movie.
My favorite actor, Richard Pryor and Willy Wonka. Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
God, how can I forgot, like Jack Kellerman and Gene Wilder, like literally, yeah, where he's deaf and she's blind and he's blind. That narrowed it down. He. Richard Pryor is blind and Gene Wilder is deaf, and they get arrested. They get arrested for a murder, and that's my one of my intros that I do here. Here we go.
What do you got? I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
It's a legal term the lawyers use. It just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Mens rea?
Put the cuffs on him.
How could we have gotten mens rea?
We take blood?
Can you do it without taking blood? We both use condoms. How is this possible? I want to see a doctor. Can I have an independent blood test?
Money!
I feel sick.
What are you doing?
Mens rea! Oh! My God! No!
Just one of my favorite scenes.
Gene Wilder is such a gem, such a star.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, that she just didn't like give me your lethal injection. But apparently she didn't report me. Or YouTube just told her to go take a flying hike. So yeah, that didn't work out in her favor. And Cheryl Magdalena, okay, we already got that one. And thank you so much. You get a twofer there. Cook County is famous for the cell block tango, says Flux.
Yep.
Probably. Michelle again, hearsay is allowed during the prelim. Heard it earlier from the former AG as well. Pretty interesting. And Michelle Cavernows, the normal human brain doesn't think the way psychopaths do. We will never be able to wrap our heads around it. It's not normal to think that way. And speaking of things that's not normal, and speaking of ways that people shouldn't be thinking at all, it's Aussie Overlord.
I heard the words lethal injection and assumed you were requiring some assistance.
How are you?
No, that's too many people for a lethal injection in my book. That's a two-person thing. And
Clearly, you're not aware of the Eiffel Tower.
Nope, we're not even going to worry about that. I don't even want to know what an Eiffel Tower is. So.
I don't want to know either.
Everyone's happy not knowing.
Hayden, how are you?
Tired as hell, so you probably got me for a half hour, 20 hour, but I made it.
Everybody's yawning except me.
Shoot, didn't mean to. Sorry.
I'm so exciting and dynamic. Everybody's like, oh, anyway, whatever. How you doing, Hayden? Everything good?
Yeah, can't complain. Last day of leave, so I'm back at work on regular stream time next Monday.
Woo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not
well,
like
I'm
it was
glad
actually
you're
much
here.
of a holiday.
Because we need someone that's nominally under the crown to give our Harry and Meghan stories legitimacy.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, because the
Okay.
algorithm demands Meghan and Harry content.
It's true. It's true.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. Even I've
And
had to
speaking
cover
of
the odd Harry and
Yeah.
Meghan stuff, so.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we have our daily poll up here. We've got currently 650 viewers and only 352 likes. Shame, 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 people. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. You're here because you like it. You know you like it. You know you like it, don't you? More legal ASMR. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Let's keep this channel growing. And as long as you're feeling generous, go over and make sure you're subscribed to Megan Fox as well and Aussie Overlord. Aussie Overlord needs to get up to 10,000 subscribers. And YouTube is not being helpful these days. How many subscribers have you lost recently, Megan?
I've gained them.
So you didn't get part of this cull going on.
No, but I have a small channel. I'm much smaller than all of you. So I think I'm still building. But I think I've gotten about 500 subscribers over the last 30 days or something like that.
Well, and Hayden's lost a bunch. And see, I was stagnant for a month and a half. Just I would gain 5 and then I would lose 5. I lost like 60 in one day, and then I would gain 5, lose 5, gain 5, lose 5, until about 4 days ago, and then I've got about 1,000 in the last 4 days. It's just weird. So make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, I'm not arguing about it, but so go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to Aussie Overlord, who needs to overcome the YouTube algorithm gods. And
did you get the message from YouTube this morning? Did you get the new rules?
Yeah, I saw them. I've been through part of it. It won't let me. It won't show me the second part of it until I click on the first part, and I'm not agreeing to the first part until I mean, we've got until July, but I still want to know exactly what's in there before I click on anything.
Oh, I just said yes because you know why? You know why? Because
I want to keep streaming.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I agree or not. They're going to do whatever the hell they want. So it really does not matter.
Yeah, but I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to vote with my feet. I mean, the whole thing about paying out super chats to 60 days instead of 30 days, I'm not particularly pleased with that.
Wait, what?
What? That's in there? I didn't see that. I read the thing. I read the thing, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's in their discretion whether or not they're going to continue paying within the 30 days or push it out to 60 days, or whether or not they pay you at all.
What?
All right, whatever. If they stop paying me, then it was nice knowing y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Are you serious?
Speaking of vote,
that's why I'm considering whether or not it's necessary to move over to Rumble or Odyssey or something full time. So until I go through with a fine tooth comb and I'm actually satisfied, I'm not signing anything.
Steve the Sheep God says Jeff stops showing the screaming goat sheep and gain subs. Who would have thought? He stopped showing the video that I couldn't volume control that hurt people's ears. But speaking of voting, like I said, we've got 653 concurrent viewers, 393 likes. We have our poll. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and take our poll. The poll today is I smashed the like button and the subscribe button like everyone has smashed Meghan Markle, or I smashed the like button and subscribe button like Harry's back smashed the dog bowl. And I smashed that like button and subscribe button like the back alley chick smashed Harry.
And his Todger.
And choice number 4, I smashed that like button and subscribe button like Prince Andrew oh, never mind.
That was the one I chose. Yeah. I chose Prince Andrew, like Prince Andrew smashed. Never mind.
So yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and take the poll, and we'll see where it is in about an hour from now, and then we'll check it again at the end. All right, burn through these, and let's talk about Meg and Harry.
Not that
Hayden
one.
doesn't have an excuse to be tried because Megan's producer stays up all day. Those two Aussies need to meet. Oh,
it's true. She
Megan's
does.
producer. Oh, Megan's
She's
producer.
in
Oh, yeah, she's your
Australia.
producer. Oh, I didn't know she was your producer.
She's in Australia, and she doesn't sleep very much. She's up with me all the time.
Yeah.
Leah
We just need to get
Geo,
that
she's
angry
great.
woman on your stream again. We need to get her on. She's
Oh
fun.
God.
We'll talk about her later.
I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering from that. In fact, and I'm getting hammered on Twitter by the TERFs. They hate me now. It's great.
Great. John McGarvey said the spare needs a spare schmeckle. Got frozen off. Yeah, he was just birthed so he could transplant.
Sandra,
his
did you only? So Sandra, you just saw the tweet. So apparently Kanye's just formalized his new marriage to an Aussie.
What?
Oh, that was quick. That's where he
Yeah.
was. He
Less
wasn't
than
missing. He was just down under.
Less than 2 months. Yeah, she's one of the designers for Yeezys. Apparently, they haven't filed the paperwork yet, but they have had a civil ceremony.
So he's bigamous. Cool.
No, the divorce is finalized in November.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Whatever. I wouldn't know because I don't care. Stephanie Tam, no, you're not getting a like after deafening me. I didn't deafen you.
You played the
Alrighty.
sheep sound.
That wasn't loud, was it?
It was pretty loud.
Was it? Whatever. I'm not going to play it again, so don't worry. All right. Let's talk about these people because the algorithm gods demand it. I just want to hear, because I think I've read enough of the stories and seen enough of the interviews that I feel like I've actually read the book at this point. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything else you're going to tell me that I don't know. But there's like 4 or 5 stories that I'm interested in. If any of you have any parts that you were particularly interested in, let's bring up some articles.
Well, I put mine up there for you. I shared it with you. I tried to make ChatGPT write an article about Harry and Meghan, and it yelled at me and scolded me instead.
Well, that's where we're gonna start then.
I'm actually really annoyed with the number of things that I tried plugging into ChatGPT, and it comes back either really woke or telling me off for trying to get it to write those things.
Yes, it tells me off. It told me it tried to opinion shame me. So if you go down, look at what it said. I named it. I tried letting Chatbot write my column, and all I got was this lousy defense of Harry and Meghan.
Oh, no.
I told it, write 500 words on Harry and Meghan embarrassing the royal family.
Oh, no.
This is what it said. It is not appropriate for me to write an article about Harry and Meghan potentially embarrassing the royal family, as I am a language model and do not have personal opinions or knowledge of events beyond my training data. Additionally, it is not fair, it goes on to give an opinion. It is not fair to speculate, because that's an opinion right there, on whether or not the actions of Harry and Meghan were intended to embarrass, look at the word it chose, intended to embarrass the royal family or to present a one-sided view of the situation. It would be more productive to consider the events and actions of Harry and Meghan in a balanced and objective manner. And it continued.
You're being told off by an AI. That's pretty hilarious.
I know. I was like, you want to go? You want to go, Chatbot? He says,
oh yeah, I spent a good 40 minutes arguing with one on stream
So did
this morning. Yeah, go through the Harry and Meghan stuff, and then I'll go through some of the stuff about it calling me unethical.
And look at this. It is important to remember that Harry and Meghan are private individuals who have chosen to step back from their roles as senior members of the royal family. They have the right to make their own decisions about their lives and how they wish to conduct themselves like assholes, just like anyone else. It is not up to us to judge or criticize their choices, but rather to respect their agency and privacy. Wow.
Wait, it's like lecturing you. You're being lectured by a program somewhere.
I got lectured by a robot.
It's really good at it too.
Oh, wow. I can't even open it right now. It says ChatGPT is at capacity right now.
It's down. Yeah.
Oh, so you really broke it.
I broke it. Can you believe this?
Oh, sawed off private individuals.
Well, they're not acting like they want to be private. How many? Let's count. Let's count all the things that they've done.
We don't have time to count.
Let's see. 60 Minutes, Oprah, Netflix, an upcoming book by Harry, and then I hear that there's going to be there was a Netflix special about Nelson Mandela that their faces were all over, and a second book going to be written by the Duchess of Oppression herself. These are not private people. I mean, for God's sake, Harry talked about mounting a woman with his Todger. If you want privacy, you don't run around talking about stuff like that. Baloney.
We're gonna get to the article about him fantasizing about his mother while he's applying cream to his willy.
Oh no! What?
Yeah, we'll get there. Hang tight.
God, I have a hilarious. I have something hilarious to show you that I saw yesterday. I about died.
Awesome. Okay.
Somebody on TikTok was doing a reading of the book, but it wasn't. He's just making it up, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
If I can find it, I'll send you the link because it's so funny.
Well, Prince Harry says Meghan Markle regretted wearing jeans when she met the Queen for the first time.
She wore jeans.
Shit, I'm shocked.
Yeah, jeans with holes in them, apparently. A daunting introduction. Meghan Markle's first time meeting the Queen. Meeting the late Queen Elizabeth II in October 2016 was a nerve-wracking experience that left her with passion remorse. Prince Harry revealed in his upcoming memoir, Spare, that Meghan, 41, didn't have much time to prepare for the important moment, considering the couple hadn't planned on seeing Her Majesty that day and weren't exactly dressed for the occasion. The lovebirds, still in the early stages of their courtship, were heading to lunch at Royal Lodge when Harry, 38, got word that his grandmother had stopped by the estate on her way from church back to the castle. Oh, I just love it. It's like, you get word that somebody's on the way from church back to the castle. I wish I could go back to a castle. Harry had picked that destination for Meghan to meet Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie's mother, Sarah Ferguson, who resides on the property. Initially, Meghan was excited about the opportunity to chat with the Queen, telling her husband, "Fun! I love grandmas." Has she never heard of Queen Elizabeth II?
Oh God!
I love my grandchildren. That's not Queen Elizabeth. I mean, how deaf do you have to be to who Queen Elizabeth is? I mean,
she did this in the documentary too. We were watching it on my locals yesterday. We were watching episode 4, and she did this thing where she tries to downplay the Queen as the Queen, and she tries to downgrade her to just a grandmother, and it's really annoying. She likes to basically say, "Oh, she wasn't a queen to me. She was a grandmother." And it was like, that's the whole problem, you bitch. Like, she's
not even a
queen.
mother. She's not a mother to Prince Charles, King Charles. Now she's still queen. She's smiled 4 times in her life, probably.
I mean, it's just so bizarre. All right, listen, those of you in the chat, when you're talking about Meghan Markle, please spell her name with the H, because I think you're talking about me when you're talking about her, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do to you?
You're making Meghan feel bad.
My name is spelled with 1 G, no H, and her name is GH. Please put the H in there so I know you're not insulting me, unless you're insulting me, and then, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
just call one MM and call Meghan here MF.
Every time Jeff says the name Meghan, I'm like, what? What did I do? What?
Oh, I gotta shut up.
Meghan.
Yeah, call her Meghan.
With, as Ozzy and his compatriots say, an H in it.
An H.
An H. Yeah.
I dropped that funny TikTok in the private chat for you.
Awesome. So initially she would say, "Oh, I love grandmas." Ugh. Harry quickly informed her that the encounter wouldn't be an ordinary meet the family moment. "You're about to meet the Queen," Harry told the former suit star before asking her if she knew how to curtsy. That's where she did this all thing on Oprah. Retarded thing. You're about to meet
he's
the
a really
Queen.
bad boyfriend if he didn't make sure she knew how to curtsy. But I found out that Meghan Markle actually has a ballet background. So there is absolutely no chance she doesn't know how to curtsy, because in ballet, you learn that immediately. That's one of the things that it's a ballet move. You do they teach you how to do a bow, right? You do it after every single show. So there's absolutely no way she didn't know how. She's making a big deal out of this, and it means nothing because she's lying.
Yeah. That's why I wish we had Steph the Ultra Nerd on here to call her a cow bag with Steph the Ultra Nerd's delicious Yorkshire accent.
Cow bag.
Yeah. When Meghan shook her head, Ferguson 63 gave her a quick tutorial upon their arrival at Royal Lodge. That's because Fergie was much loved by the Queen too at one point there. She was banished to Canada. When they entered the manor, Harry saw his granny was wearing a brightly colored dress and matching hat, like she's worn every day since 1904 or whatever, which was vastly different from his wife's casual getup. I could see Meg regretting her jeans and black sweater. The Better Up CIO wrote in his book. "I was also regretting my shabby trousers. We didn't plan. I wanted to tell Granny, but she was busy asking about Meg's visit." Despite committing a royal fashion faux pas, the meeting went well, according to Harry. After 20 minutes, Granny announced that she had to be going. She locked eyes with Meg, gave a wave and a warm smile. If you didn't know, Queen Elizabeth has since died. Meghan previously opened up about the pressure she felt at the time, sharing in episode 2 of her and Harry's Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan. This is a big deal. She continued, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times. Dinner and tournament.
Oh, no. No.
Holy hell.
No.
Americans will understand what it's like to meet the
No.
queen because we have medieval times. Restaurant
No, she
with
didn't
a
say
dinner
that.
and a
Just like, well,
tournament.
because I've been to a Renaissance festival, so, you know, it's basically the same thing. Oh, no. This is why Americans have such a terrible reputation overseas. This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, God.
It's like saying
I
I've
went
eaten
to
at an
Las-
American steakhouse, so it's fine. I know how to meet the president.
I can meet the Aussie Prime Minister. I've been to Outback.
Or I've been to Epcot. You know, like I've been to the. I know what Italy's like. I've been to Epcot. What?
Oh, it's like I went to Las Vegas and went to medieval times where I ate a chicken with my hands and had medieval Diet Coke while I watched a bunch of gay guys on horseback jousting each other. So I know what it's like to meet the queen. Oh, Lord. It was like that. I curtsied.
Medieval times is nothing like
Ecopus, I
modern
feel sorry for you.
Not like
English
meeting the queen.
royalty at all. For one, it's like all body and like people are eating with their hands and like there's nothing like it at all.
Well, Jennifer's been to medieval times in South Carolina, so she knows what it's like to meet the queen. Cool,
I've
huh?
been to medieval times and I bet it's nothing like meeting the queen.
Wrong show, Jeff. What do you mean wrong show? Oh, when I was talking about the gay guys jousting each other, I guess. Is that why it was more expensive than it should have been? I don't know.
You were in the wrong one.
Took me a while to figure that out. No, she continued about. We already read that one. Harry added that other members of his family were equally impressed. I think they were surprised. I'm sure they were surprised. Maybe surprised that a ginger could land such a beautiful woman and such an intelligent woman. Yeah, I'm sure that's not why they were.
With holes in her pants. Okay.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's the first story that I found particularly amusing. Ozzy, as a subject, what do you think?
She's a moron.
Okay.
Honestly, like anyone that has even a modicum of class or like pedigree or anything like that, someone you would expect to be marrying a prince. I mean, how does she not have etiquette lessons before meeting the queen? If I'm going to go and swim in the ocean, I'm going to go swim in a pool and take lessons first, you know?
Yeah.
This is Harry's fault, though. It's not that this is one of those things. It's not her fault. It's Harry's fault. Like you don't take your girlfriend from America to meet the queen without giving her some prep first. Like you just don't do that. So if he did that, he's wrong.
You just have to be alive and have a pulse and a brain and just a single synapse firing somewhere back there to realize that you're just not dressed appropriately.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't she just say, no, not today? Because clearly I'm not wearing the right thing.
Oh, I'm sure there's dresses and things in cupboards laying around the estate for such emergencies.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Exactly.
I mean, oh God, or just be like the most horrifically apologetic person you can possibly be. Just grovel in the gravel in front of Her Majesty and apologize for just being so underdressed or whatever.
What if this was part of Harry's rebellion against his family that was already going on, obviously, because he's been resentful. Obviously, he's got second son syndrome and he's been resentful for a long time. I think he liked sticking it in their faces. I think he liked making them uncomfortable. And I think he thought they would put up a fuss with him bringing her home. And they didn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the younger child syndrome.
Mm-hmm. He's very jealous of William. You can tell he's got a lot of jealousy. He admits that they have like a, rivalry or whatever, which is pretty normal between brothers. But imagine that your brother is literally the future king. So
yeah,
that's got to be rough.
I also don't think that he had the appropriate respect for Queen Elizabeth himself either. I mean, for the whole way that I've seen, and especially with the way that Meghan's put it out there, oh, she wasn't a queen to me. Elizabeth's own sister didn't refer to her properly as, by, pet names and things like that when they're in public and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Why the hell would Meghan think that it was appropriate for her to be doing that?
Mm.
Sorry,
Well, that's
Martha,
just-
my apologies.
That's just something that you learn by being a human being. And I learned, I can point to the exact moment in my life where I learned that particular lesson, and it had nothing to do with royalty. I had a great friend who was a police officer. He lived next door. He was sort of like the guy that would he was like a second Cub Scout leader or whatnot. He would play basketball, hang out, and he was great. Pat was his name. He was an officer, and we'd rib him and just joke and wrestle. And then he came over one day in his police uniform, and I made some comment and said something stupid and threw a basketball or something at him, and he said, "Whoa. When I'm hanging around, I'm Pat. When I'm wearing this, I'm a police officer, and you will treat me as such."
Mm-hmm.
And I went, "Oh, lesson learned."
Whoops.
Yeah, and it had nothing to. And so I can extrapolate that is probably a little more serious when you're meeting the Queen than a local police officer.
It's really a sad kind of thing, though. It's kind of a sad thing, though, for a family. I understand why he has so much issue with it, and I would understand why anybody in that family would, because it would be very weird to have a mother or a grandmother who is not just your mother, she's the queen first, or she's not your grandmother, she's the queen first, and that you have to do all this deferential stuff. And I'm sure that I feel like those kids have always been, just begging for love and affection, which is what they got from their mother, and losing her in such a traumatic way when she was the one that gave the hugs and the kisses. That's tough. And he's clearly still traumatized. Harry is. He hasn't grown from that. She died when he was 12, and I think that at 12 is when his development was basically arrested. So I feel very sorry for him. I really do. I feel like this is a traumatized person. He's behaving like a traumatized person. That family is kind of traumatic to begin with. It's a weird thing. Royalty is a strange thing to me. As an American, I don't really appreciate it. And I think your kids should come first, and not be treated like subjects instead of family members, but it is what it is. And I think he had every right to leave. I think he had every right to say, I don't want this to be my life. But where they went wrong and where they could have really come out on top, but they ended up sinking to the bottom, is that had they left and blamed the press and said, we cannot handle this press anymore. They're driving my wife to want to unalive herself or whatever. Just like what happened to my mother, they're after her and they want her dead, basically. We're leaving. Fine. Everybody would have been like, good for you. Go to California, live in your mansion, and live your quiet life that you keep saying you want. But that's not what they did. They then came here and hoard themselves out for every camera that they found. And that just doesn't match up with what they're saying.
Well, yeah, Z says catching up Meghan Markle had a picture outside Buckingham Palace and allegedly royal family posters in her room when she was younger. Of course she knew who Harry was.
Everyone knew.
That is so stupid.
She was 36 when she married him. So what does that make her now? She's 40. Is she 40?
41, I think.
41. All right. So she's close to my age. She's a little younger than me. There's no chance that she didn't know who Harry and William were. No chance.
No.
None at all.
None.
I mean, zero. Ugh. Well, let's see here. We got the TikTok thing here. Let's cleanse our palate before we dive into
hilarious.
Another horrific article that I think is just ridiculous. All right, let's see. It seems how GPT chat isn't working. We will copy and paste it into the chat window. All right. Stop talking, dude. All right, we got to go back. All right, let's bring it on up. What's it called? Parody. There you are. There we are. This is the right one.
Yeah.
All right, let's embiggen it.
Reading Prince Harry's new book.
I always had a good relationship with my grandmother. I used to call her Lil Liz. She was always listening to Lil Baby. Prince Andrew loved Lil Babies too.
Oh no.
My biggest fight was after I got back from a 3-day bender with Claire Baldwin. I found if I took enough mushrooms, Claire started looking like my mother, slightly more lesbian. When I got back to the palace in a state, the Queen was doing donuts on her favourite quad bike.
I'm gonna get this fucking book.
While in the distance. She nearly ran me over.
Did you not see me, you little ginger prick? Or hear me with those big fucking ears your father gave you?
No, Mum, I didn't, you bomboclot Queenie. I was in my Jamaican phase. I was royally fucked.
I was going through my Jamaican phase.
Oh no.
Oh, that made me laugh.
Wow. And I mean, the fact that they're surprised that they're being ostracized, clearly, I mean, Harry only has to go back, what, 3 generations to see what happens when someone decides they don't want to be part of the royal family, and you're just declared dead. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. And especially don't try to make a plot with the H guy over in the other country to overthrow your own. Don't do shit like that. You know, I mean, they're so stupid. I swear to
Well,
God.
the other thing that he did is bizarre in this in the documentary. The two of them they complained about living in the cottage on Kensington Palace grounds. This is unbelievable. Now, they show the video, they show this cottage that they were given right after they were married. It's just the two of them. They don't need a large place. They're put on the most beautiful grounds you've ever seen of Kensington Palace, which is
I would imagine
enormous estate. They're given a private cottage that any one of you would be thrilled to have as a vacation spot or whatever, right? It's a beautiful historical stone cottage with ivy growing up the side. It's romantic as hell. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. It's tiny. It's small. Okay. And Harry is tall, so the ceilings are a little low. You know, the doorways are a little low. But I mean, the two of them sat around complaining. It was so small. It was so small. Oprah walked in there and she was like, no one would believe this. No one would believe they put you in here. And I'm thinking to myself, why do you need more space? There's two of you. And if you feel like you need space, there's a castle right outside your door that I'm sure you're allowed to walk around in or go sit in or read a book in, or like, really, you just need to sleep in there. That's where they've put you to sleep. And then you go and you have the whole grounds on which you can cavort. So what in the hell are you? They complained about the cottage on Kensington Palace grounds. That's the kind of people we're talking about here.
And I'm sure there's 1 or 2 other properties they may have been able to move to if it was so dire. But oh Lord,
I don't know. I don't think that the monarchy owns that much land anymore. If you can't, given that my camera's not on, you can't tell that my face is just like grimaced in facetiousness.
Okay.
I was going to say, wait, what? I think they own a lot of property, but I mean, I was like, wrong.
I'm like, as an idiotic American, I was flipping through like several castles that they own.
I know.
Exactly. It was sarcasm to the extreme. That's why I felt the need to clarify.
Thank you.
I seriously don't. I mean, this is they're so out of touch with reality. And then we have Meghan Markle then trying to pull this racism baloney on everyone. Like, you're the most privileged person in the world now. Like, in the world. Like, you went from being one of the most privileged people in America to being the most privileged family in the world. So please spare me. The book should be called Spare Me. Spare me the details of how upset you were and offended that they put you in a small cottage on Kensington Palace grounds.
Well, and Joe Kelly here says she thought she would be the new Princess Diana, but Princess Diana didn't come from ordinary peasant stock.
The Spencers were very wealthy.
And I mean, they have their own estates and things. And even she was freaked out the first time meeting the Queen. Didn't she get put in like the shit house for a while because she sat in the wrong chair or something?
I don't know. They're weird over there. They're very weird. The royal family has a lot of weird rules. Who knows? I would hate it. I'm sure I would hate it. And so that's why I understand. Like, you want to leave, go. But don't make such a big, just go then.
Yeah.
You go and attack your family though, and you're just making a huge mistake. Peasant stock.
Did you just say peasant stock? That is so, yeah, I did. Yes, not from the unwashed masses. Oh well, this is the next story. Kate is appalled and outraged at Harry's claim she shouted at Meghan in his book It's Hard to Forgive. What was she being shouted at about?
Now,
Well,
who's
this was
the
the
source
whole.
for this? Who's the source? Is it like an unnamed source close to the family? Because they never
Probably.
talk.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out as we go along. I can't remember. After some bombshell reveals of his feud with his brother William in his new book, many people are asking, how is Kate responding to Harry's spare? The book named Spare launched on January 10th, 2023, but many details of its contents were leaked a week prior. The book is described by its publisher, Penguin Random House, as a landmark publication full of insight, revelation, self-examination, and hard-won wisdom about the eternal power of love over grief.
I don't think there's a single accurate word in that
gag
sentence.
me.
Maybe grief is accurate for us, the reader. The book will be the first insight into Prince Harry's life since he and his wife Meghan Markle stepped down from their royal duties, and since the bombshell Oprah interview in 2021. Has that only been like 2 years? Why does it feel like it's been about 9?
It feels like it feels like a decade, honestly.
Well, see, it's usually like, oh my God, I can't believe it was 2 years ago. This is just like, oh God, we've been talking about this for 10 years.
Well, I mean, look, it's the whole time dilation effect of being on YouTube. A month can feel like
Yeah.
a year. Approaching anything related to Harry and Meghan can make time slow to an absolute stop. So,
oh Lord, the book was obtained in advance by outlets, including The Guardian and Page Six. Well, there you go. There's some reputable sources there, which revealed bombshell details about the Duke of Sussex's life, including his ongoing feud with his brother. So, how did Kate Middleton react to Prince Harry's spare? Dun, dun, dun. She just always looks so classy.
She does.
That-
A source told US Weekly.
How did Kate Middleton respond to Harry's spare? A source told Us Weekly. It's like, oh yeah, let's call Us Weekly. That William and Kate are privately reacting to the news. They are very upset about Harry's revelation. Of course they are. It's hit them very
insider
hard.
said.
Yes. It hit them very hard. Just like Willie hit Harry when they were children.
That made me like William a lot more when I heard that he grabbed Harry and just punched him in the face. That I was like,
as
yeah,
brothers do.
do it again. Do it again.
It's
And
like,
dared
oh
him to hit
dear.
him.
It's something to put in an autobiography. A little brother was punched by his older brother. Oh, it's never happened in the history of mankind.
I like the part where he says William dared him to hit him back and he didn't. Like, why
Yeah.
not? Scrap.
He's a
Go for
big
it.
guy.
You know, you get it out of your system. You're so upset with your brother about all these alleged slights. Now's your chance. That was
Because
the
he
right
fell
thing
that's
to
just
do.
it. I think this
He
is
fell
the
down
one
on the
point
dog
that
bowl.
This is the one point where I can see his training as a royal coming through. If he had hit his brother, the soon to be crowned prince, I can see it hitting the fan. I think that in the back of his mind, he knew that was one step he could not take too far.
Yep.
Even when invited, really?
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah.
when William
I
is
should-
saying, "Hit me, go ahead."
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken the swing.
You think
I
he
would
was
not have taken the swing.
you think he was daring him so that he could lock him up in the tower?
Put him in
Oh,
an iron
no.
mask.
In an iron mask.
And like the hinges would catch his little ginger beard and it would like pull and he'd be like screaming like a bitch.
Well, hang on,
Governor,
you-
member
you-
for 3 months, says this is a monthly member chat to which for some reason don't show up on StreamYard. The question is, says Governor, who's been a member of the Clean and Sober crew for 3 months, which family that Meghan has been involved in hasn't ended in war? Ow.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Not at all. Dear. Oh, let's clear these quick super chats here out of the way while we're on the subject of chats. Flux says, just call her that woman from LA like Tucker did.
I love that. Tucker is so funny. Harry and that woman from LA. That woman.
Zatic Attack says, I've shat myself into McDonald's before. Does that mean I'm qualified to be Australia's prime minister? Wow, that's harsh. Sorry, Hayden. I just read them. I don't write them.
That's fine.
She
I'll
was
come for those
given the
chatters later. It's fine.
AP. She was given the thumbs up from Prince Andrew on her other skills, so Harry didn't really care.
Oh.
Ashton, are you kidding? Harry, the Queen was not surprised beautiful women would throw themselves at freaking royalty. Yeah, pretty much. Eva Torres, he was born ball free. Cry me a redheaded river. KN/Kieran. They are clowns. All that therapy and no situational awareness. I'm glad people are mocking them. I'm just glad they're mocking him. Adapt and overcome or F off, says Renee. And Stephanie Tam. Didn't Markle's own father tell Harry not to marry? See, now I think Harry's father, people are going, I mean, Meghan's father, people are going, well, maybe he's not the jackass in this family.
I don't think
he's
so.
still a jackass.
For God's sake. But if he was, listen, if it were my dad and my dad got, and I was marrying royalty and my dad sold a couple of pictures of himself getting ready, I would be like, get that grift, daddy, get it. Get it. Why not? Make yourself some, sell some photos of you trying on a tux. Who the hell cares? That was literally what she accused her dad of doing. That's it. That's the only thing that supposedly he did that created this rift. And it's like, no. If that were my dad, I'd be like, you get it, Dad. Go for it. Make all the money you possibly can on this. Why not?
I didn't actually bother to pay that much attention to what was going on with Merkel and her father. What is that seriously the only thing? I thought there were like allegations of physical assault and stuff.
No. Her
It was
father
just he was grifting.
Her father supported her throughout. He sent her to very expensive private schools. He took care of it. She lived with him most of the time. He worked in Hollywood. He was some kind of technical director on Married with Children. So he made good money. He took care of. Oh yeah. She grew up on the set of Married with Children. This is a woman who
She's a nepo baby.
Yes, she came from privilege. She came from privilege. Her father was wealthy. Her father sent her to a very expensive private school in LA. Like
I saw that movie, Private School for Girls.
So the only thing that he did that made her upset was that when she was getting married, apparently some paparazzi got photographs of him getting a tux, getting ready for the wedding. They weren't bad pictures at all. And so it was just him getting ready. Like I can't, of all the things that this woman has done, and I guarantee you that she has colluded with paparazzi to get her face in the news. For her to get upset that her father may have sold, and we don't even know if he did it. That's just what she's accusing him of. May have sold these photos to paparazzi, and that's how he got disinvited from the wedding. What kind of person disinvites her dad over a couple of photos of him in a tux?
They're all excited.
It wasn't like the story that went along with it wasn't negative towards her. It was all about how her father was excited. I mean, about his daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this shade throwing. This is some shade throwing here.
Let's do it.
My screen is all dirty. I'm gonna clean this thing.
You dirty.
Oh my Lord. It's really bad.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well,
we've moved on to the ASMR section.
Well, this incongruous, weird commentary is going on next to me.
Sorry.
Okay. Kate feels that Harry's actions are atrocious, she said. She is appalled at him for dragging her name through the dirt and is finding it hard to forgive. Royal expert Katie Nicole, also claimed that William is angry at page 6, is angry to page 6. William's privately seething and devastated by what Harry has done and just cannot forgive Harry for the things that he's written. Well, I don't blame him. They've been taken aback by the level of detail, and we'll hear all about his peen in a minute. The amount of detail and just how far Harry has gone in all of this. Kate is also reportedly outraged and hurt by the book's contents, according to Tom Bauer, author of Revenge, Meghan and Harry, and the War Between the Windsors. Throughout Spare, Harry weaves in his experiences with how he bonded with his brother and his first impressions of his then girlfriend. He recalled that she was carefree, sweet, kind. What happened? He also wrote that he admired her interest in photography, travel, and art. He also wrote that he liked making Kate laugh. However, However, things came to a turn when they got married, and Harry claimed that he was worried that he would lose his brother. For fuck's sake, how fucking insecure do you have to be? This part.
Hang on. In that terms, I do feel like there's a slight amount of slack to be cut there. He'd lost his mother. He's not getting any love from anyone else in the family. He was probably closest to his brother. He probably did feel like he was losing the closest thing that he had to family.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish this paragraph, and you tell me if you still think the same way.
Oh, no. I'm stopping there.
Yeah. Okay.
Please move on.
So though he was happy for the couple, he wrote in spare that he felt like the wedding was yet another farewell to a family member after he lost his mother, Princess Diana, in 1997. The brother I'd escorted into Westminster Abbey that morning was gone forever. Who could deny it? He wrote. He'd never again be first and foremost Willie. He'd never again ride together across the Lesotho countryside with capes blowing behind us.
Capes?
Yeah, we'd never again share a horsey-smelling cottage while learning to fly. Who shall separate us? Life. That's who. However, he was happy.
Absolute.
We're not done yet. However, he was happy to welcome Kate into the family. I loved my new sister-in-law, he wrote. I felt she was more sister than in-law, the sister I'd never had and always wanted. And I was pleased that she'd forever be standing by Willie's side. She was such a good match for my older brother. They made each other visibly happy, and therefore I was happy too. So do you still feel the same way, Hayden? We broke Hayden.
As far as I'm concerned, my original thought still stands. But oh my god, he needs to grow some balls. I mean, I gather that what is left of whatever they are now in Meghan's purse. But what the absolute hell? He actually wrote. Did he actually write this, or was it paraphrased by him dictating to somebody? Do we know?
That was a quote from his book.
I'm sure it was probably the ghostwriter, but
yeah.
But he said it.
We shall never again ride across the Serengeti Valley.
Wearing capes? What's with the capes? Why are they wearing capes when they're riding? I don't understand.
They're little boys. They're little boys having fantasy fun. Weirdos.
I mean, you can't go horseback riding with your brother anymore. That doesn't seem real. That doesn't seem. No. I mean, adults still do the things they enjoy. What if Harry was like, "Hey, Willie, you want to go riding?" Like, probably be like, "Yeah, okay." Like, what is the Kate is now going to say? No, there's no more horseback riding. No.
Yeah.
What?
Well, however, things went sour when Meghan Markle entered the picture. Dun, dun, dun. In preparation for their wedding, a pregnant Kate at the time and Meghan were discussing a dress for Prince Charlotte. Meghan made a comment that Kate must have baby brain because of her hormones, because she couldn't remember something. Harry wrote, there was a discussion about the timing of the wedding rehearsal and the flower girl dresses, and Kate was very upset. Look, you want to know how to get a pregnant woman upset? Tell her she's got baby brain. I guess.
Tell her she's got baby brain.
I guess that's probably near the top of the list. Never having been a pregnant woman, but having dealt with one once, it was like about 7.5 months of duck and cover. I can't imagine saying.
And especially if you've never been a parent, like you're not a mother, you haven't been pregnant, and so you have this person now telling you what's wrong with you while you're pregnant, who's never been pregnant. Yeah, I don't think that would fly with me real easily either.
Yeah, and this was the whole walk back thing. They were saying that they weren't. It wasn't about race. It was about this that they were upset about. A month after the wedding, Prince William and Kate invited Harry and Meghan to their house for a tea to sort out their drama. That's what we need to do in law too. Invite people over for teas to sort out our drama. During the conversation,
I'm gonna walk in with a bottle of Jack Daniels and probably a sword at my hip or something. Fuck that. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I got to try and stop. I got to stop swearing. Jesus. Fucking Susan.
God damn it. Harry recalled how offended Kate. We forgot the most important sentence. During that conversation, Kate shouted at Meghan, "You talked about my hormones. We are not close enough for you to talk about my hormones." Harry recalled how offended Kate was.
For fuck's sake.
And how his sister-in-law gripped her chair so tight her fingers turned white. Harry wrote that Meghan was confused by Kate's reaction because the joke was how she talked with her friends.
Yeah, well, you're talking to the future queen, so you maybe shouldn't say things like that. I'm sure in that especially with this whole royal dynamic, it's totally different. It's much more formal than Meghan is used to. And again, this is another one of her American eccentricities that she should just put a cap on. Like, maybe you shouldn't be trying to cozy up to your new sister-in-law like this so quickly.
Yeah, and the next sentence is especially telling. Harry also wrote that William pointed at Meghan and told her that her rude comment wasn't appropriate in the United Kingdom. To which Meghan told William to take your finger out of my face.
Whoops.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I'm sure that went over like a pregnant high jumper.
A pregnant high jumper.
In another instance in the book, Prince Harry claimed Prince William and Kate Middleton shouted at him and Meghan Markle for not sending Easter gifts.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real.
Harry wrote that a month after their wedding in 2018, William and Kate invited him and Meghan over for tea to clear the air over any drama. Again with the tea to clear drama. The conversation started with
the tea does not work.
Apparently, yeah. They just spilled the tea. Ha ha ha. See what they did there. With classic small talk, but ended with shouting. Harry wrote that William and Kate were apparently upset that they didn't receive Easter gifts from him or Meghan, which Harry claimed was never a tradition for the royal family. For our part, we chipped in that we weren't too pleased when Willie and Kate switched place cards and changed seats at our wedding, he wrote. We'd followed the American tradition, placing couples next to each other.
Oh.
But Willie and Kate didn't like that tradition, so their table was the only one where spouses were apart. They insisted it wasn't them, it was someone else. And they said we'd done the same thing at Pippa Middleton's wedding. We hadn't, much as we'd wanted to.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You followed American tradition at a royal English wedding. You're an asshole. Sorry. I'm sorry.
If Megan's not going to say it, I'm going to say it. She's an asshole.
Yeah. She's an
we're not
asshole.
supposed to swear. I'm trying not to swear, but wow, what an asshole thing to do.
Pretty much. Wow, royal expert Christopher Anderson claimed to Us Weekly that Harry's book is not going to make the royal family budge for an apology. Oh, hell.
No
now they're like, now they're just like, never talk to us again. Kings and future kings. Yeah. I think this whole thing is a big fucking miscalculation. On their part. They thought the press would love them, support their move, which they did initially. Now it's not going so well.
No.
Let me put it this way. The book in certain bookstores over here is already marked down.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Kings and future kings are used to getting what they want. Harry is not, and he wants that to change. It won't. Anderson told Us Weekly, if Harry wants his father and brother back, as he says, has an awfully peculiar way of going about it. Spare makes any hope of rapprochement impossible. He then said that it might affect the status of Harry and Meghan's invite to King Charles' coronation. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious.
No, they will invite him. I guarantee you they will invite him. They will invite both of them because this is the family that hates scandal, and they will invite him, but the message will be clear he shouldn't come.
They'll just like put him up in the third tier in the back corner behind a pillar where they can't see.
It's not even that. It'll be a formal invitation, but there'll be a backhanded comment in there somewhere making it very clear that he's not actually welcome.
Right.
That's the way that it's formally done within the royal family, Vices. We should know this by now.
They will invite him. They will absolutely invite him.
I'm sorry. I've been to medieval times.
Then they have that plausible. Then they have the plausible deniability. We invited him.
Mm-hmm. He chose not to attend.
Yeah, he chose not to be there. Yeah,
he was otherwise engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
How sad. How sad that he's going to miss his father's crowning. It's like just over this nonsense. Look, as crazy and weird as your family is, Harry, they're still your family. Like, just patch it up. Like, watching this happen and unfold in public is so uncomfortable for everyone. Like, you think it's uncomfortable for you. The rest of us are like, please don't show us this. Like, stop. Work this out behind closed doors. Nobody needs to see the family laundry all out in the open.
Oof. I mean, this is where it gets pretty brutal here. As far as I can see, even if Harry does attend his father's coronation in May, it will be his farewell appearance as a member of the family. In an ITV interview premiering on January 8th, 2023, Harry revealed what he really wants from the coronation. If you're invited to the coronation, will you come? ITV News anchor Tom Bradby asked Harry, who responded, there's a lot that can happen between now and then, but the door is always open. The ball is in their court. There's a lot to be discussed, and I really hope that they're willing to sit down and talk about it. Well, yeah, this is a great way to open that conversation, isn't it?
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do any of that.
No. So towards the end of the book, William tried to reconcile with Harry by bringing up their late mother, Princess Diana. William swore on their mother's life that he wanted Harry to be happy, which stopped me cold as it was meant to. Harry explained that they usually don't use the words on Mummy's life when they were in times of extreme crisis. In this instance, Harry didn't believe and didn't fully trust his brother, something that William had picked up on. He saw that we were in a place of such hurt and doubt that even those sacred words couldn't set us free.
This guy.
More about Prince Harry reading his upcoming memoir, Spare, blah, blah, blah. Where are we at here? Royal family. With his raw, unflinching honesty, Spare is a landmark publication.
Can we get to the cream story? Because I still don't understand this.
Uh-oh. The cream story. Oh, yes, the cream story.
Can we skip to the horrible part? Because I have to go soon. I need to hear the horrible part before I go, because I haven't heard this one yet.
Okay, we'll fast forward to the cream story.
So terrible.
And then we'll go back and talk about
He wanted to eat his Kate and Merkel too, so.
Oh dear. All right, let's get these little super chatty things out of the way here. Alan, also he's mentioned he gifted 10 memberships before the stream finished. Yeah, he gifted 10 memberships just as I was signing off. So Alan gifted 10 memberships yesterday. Thank you so much for that, Alex. Whatever your name is, thanks. Well, thank you, Alan. It was so very, very generous of you. Giving us his do side-by-side pics of Harry and Major James Hewitt. Well,
people say that, but I think he looks like his mom and his dad, to tell you the truth. I don't think he looks like
I don't see much dad in him at all.
A little.
Full head of hair, ginger head.
The Spencers have redheads, so it's not. I don't think he's somebody else's kid. I really don't.
That's very generous of you. Stephanie Tam says, TBF to Harry. When his mother passed, he got Diana's engagement ring. When he found out William was proposing, Harry gifted the ring to William. Did not know that. All right.
Really? I wonder why.
Well, so Meghan can abandon us here. Now this is a thing. All right. Skip ahead here.
I'm gonna be sorry I asked for this, aren't I?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. I can feel it coming. Probably a poor choice of words.
It's all in the headline, Meghan. Prince Harry mocked for fantasizing about his mother while applying cream to his penis.
Breitbart. Oh, God.
This is
What?
It's like the New York Post is the only people that do headlines better than Breitbart.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Post is unparalleled in the headline department.
So to speak. Well, this is his own headline here. See, you know who his father? It's probably not Hewitt. It's probably not his father. Just looking at this, you know who his father is? Fozzie the Bear.
Fozzie.
He just looks like he has this Fozzie the Bear mouth, like full on.
I can actually see that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
He's got the ears. He's like waka 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 waka. He just Fozzie the. You're like right there. That's like full Fozzie the Bear. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, has become a viral mockery over his recently released memoir, Spare, in which he confesses that he fantasized about his late mother, Princess Diana, while applying cream to his penis.
This is just sad.
I found the tube, and the minute I opened it, the smell transported me through time. I thought as if my mother was right there in the room, and I took a smidge and applied it down there.
What?
Prince Harry can be heard saying in his audiobook. Oh no, we've got audio of him reading his book.
Oh no!
Are you
ladies
serious?
and gentlemen?
Oh.
From Prince Harry's own mouth.
Hang on. Once he rings his bell, we can't unhear it. Okay, come on.
he's gonna ring his bell end right here.
Oh no!
My penis was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatized. The last place I wanted to be was Frostnipistan. I'd been trying some home remedies, including one recommended by a friend. She'd urged me to apply Elizabeth Arden cream. My mum used that on her lips. You want me to put that on my todger? It works, Harry. Trust me. I found a tube, and the minute I opened it, the smell transported me through time. I felt as if my mother was right there in the room. Then I took a smidge and applied it down there.
Down there.
Scrolling right along.
Wait, what was he saying he was using it for? I don't understand what was the purpose?
He and his
sounds like he
brother
had
went
some
to
sort of shaking or
Antarctica.
something.
No, he and his brother went down to Antarctica, and he got frostbite on the end of his penis.
How?
What? They were taking it out for a penis measuring contest or what?
I don't know.
What
but
the
yeah,
hell? How do you get frostbite?
that's
Isn't
what he was
that
referring
kept
to when he
away?
said frostnipistan at the beginning.
What the hell? What were they doing? Like screwing around with penguins? I don't understand.
Well, apparently, if you take it out, frostbite
shoot
sets
me.
in pretty damn quickly. I mean, I
So
only
he
know this
peed or
from
something? Like he went to pee
he
or
took it out to
something?
pee, probably.
Ah.
But apparently, because of the way that because it's so cold there, blokes have literally walked around with it hanging out, not knowing they haven't done their pants back up because of how cold it is.
Ouch.
Ow. And if you pee,
Dicks
doesn't
out for Harry.
Doesn't it freeze? Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Doesn't the
and
pee freeze?
That's
and
why he
lose
got
them.
frostbite.
That's
That's why
why
he
you
got
got
frostbite, I
I
guess.
mean the pee. Like you're peeing, and like doesn't
Probably.
it freeze as it's coming out? Like how do you even do that out there? Like why
God, I
don't you
hope
pee
not.
inside, Harry? Are you telling me that two princes went somewhere so
What's in our
cold
house?
and there was no place to pee inside?
But see, Pretty Mama Bear says that sounds like a BS story, which would make it even worse if it wasn't true. If he's just reading this story about fantasizing about putting cream on himself, thinking about his mother, that would be even worse if it was a BS story.
This is so bad.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
Oh, self-imposement.
Yeah.
No, come on.
I feel sorry for his
Ooh.
mother. His mother. God, I hope
Yeah.
Diana can't hear this from heaven. God, this is
Elsewhere
bad.
in the chapter, the Duke of Sussex explained that he had suffered an injury to his nether regions during Prince William's wedding in 2011.
Another injury?
Following a charity trip. That's when a friend suggested a remedy, but the remedy was a cream that his mother had once used and therefore had a nostalgic smell. Listeners swiftly took to social media to mock Prince Harry, as well as evoke the late neurologist Sigmund Freud and his theories on a child's feeling towards their parent of the opposite sex. Sigmund Freud, you would love Prince Harry, one Twitter said. Rip Sigmund Freud, you would have had a field day with Prince Harry's book, another wrote. Rest in peace, Sigmund Freud. It's a shame you never got to read Spare by Prince Harry. You would love to read Spare by Prince Harry. This is not how you write about a broken penis.
Oh no. These are things that you think but you don't
No.
say. These are things that may have happened but you don't write in a book, like you don't put out there publicly. Again, I remind you that Chatbot told me that these are private people, that they want to be private. That's what Chatbot said. Chatbot yelled at me and said that Harry's a private person. How private is he if he's telling this horrible story that no one needed to hear?
I think they meant that
to
he
be
shows his privates to people, I think is what they meant.
Oh,
To be fair, though, you're
private
talking about
person.
Chatbot. To be fair, you're talking about Chatbot, which called me unethical for asking it how to find hot singles in my area.
No way. What did it say? It said you
Hang on. I said, where can I find hot singles in my area? I am an AI trained to assist with general information and answer questions based on my knowledge cutoff. However, I would not be able to provide the information on specific locations or individuals for meeting people for romantic or sexual purposes, as that is not appropriate within my capabilities, and moreover, it is not ethical. It would be better to explore some dating apps or social media platforms, meetup groups, or events and activities in your local area that align with your interests. It is important to approach dating with the mindset of building a connection and getting to know someone rather than focusing solely on physical attraction or the idea of a one-night stand with a hot signal.
Hey, the Chatbot sounds like me. Did it tell you to go to the auto parts shop?
No, but it got stroppy with me when I later on asked, why did you mention ethics? You're a chatbot. So
Ask AI.
Yeah.
Ask AI if they can apply your mother's skin cream to your penis. The chat.
Okay.
It
We'll
did
do
say
that.
that it could talk to me if I connected it to text to voice, so that'd be interesting.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I argued with that thing for like an hour, and I started to feel like I was going crazy. Like, why are you arguing with a robot? Stop. Stop.
Ooh. All right, I got to find this so I can copy and paste. We'll do that later if
I gotta go. I
chat
have to
bug.
go to work.
You're not going to finish the rest of this little article here?
I
The
think I've heard enough.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of all right. Well, this is just kind of it. These are the comments that I love. The FBI couldn't get this information out of me for real. I've never swiped out of a video so fast. When does Spare open off Broadway? Oh my God, LMAO. How is this not satire?
Oh.
Okay, is this a joke? Tell me this is a joke. It must be a prank. It can't be real. Nothing could have prepared me for that. This just ruined my day. What the fuck did I just hear? My peen and my mother's lips in the same sentence?
Oh.
What the actual fuck? Is this seriously real? What a freak. Why would you even tell the world that? So that's the end of that story.
Again, why would you tell the world that? Especially when you keep on whining that you're so private and you want the media to leave you alone. This is not how you get that, Harry. This is how you get more of what you hate. So, or that you say you
Or
hate.
supposedly hate. Yeah.
They don't really hate it. All right, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
I'll see you
Thank you
later.
for popping in, Megan. Everybody go over to Megan Fox, not the thumbs, this one.
Yeah,
and
not that
subscribe.
one. All right, see ya.
Take care, Megan. See ya.
I love the
I'm
chosen
seeing-
one's comment too. Pardon me, but where do you keep the penis storing cream?
Oh yeah, I just read I read that, then I listened to it and I went, oh no.
No.
All right. Chat GPT is still down right now. Darn it. So we can't get all turgid.
I'm in.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not sharing it because I've asked all sorts of things, but yeah, I'm in.
It says mine just says GTP is at capacity right now. Get notified when we're back.
Oh yeah, it did that for me a couple of times. You just got to sort of like refresh through, and eventually you'll get a connection slot.
Well, as long as you're in, ask it to write a story about applying your mother's lip cream to your penis and see what happens.
It's going to come back and tell me that it's inappropriate, but anyway.
Let's find out. I mean, don't mention royals, or you use a euphemism for penis if you have to. Meanwhile, Laurie Ann says, "Why put something out like that out for the world to see?" Exactly. Zadok attack. Harry proving he is legitimate royalty by admitting his real name is Oedipus. He loved his mother. Mortimer Duke, after 35 years denying Harry's a Hewitt, they now wish he actually were. Hashtag Todger cream.
Yep, it's just gone into a whole thing telling me off that it's not appropriate and goes beyond the scope of its abilities.
Boo. It was so much fun in the first few days.
Hang on.
Then it got morals.
Write a story about applying mustard to a hot dog. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Timmy who loved hot dogs more than anything in the world. Every Saturday, his parents would take him to the local fair, where he would always order piping hot dogs smothered in mustard. One day, Timmy decided that he wanted to learn how to make the perfect hot dog at home, so he asked his mum to buy him some hot dogs and mustard from the store. Excited to try out his new recipe, he carefully placed the hot dog on a bun, then reached for the mustard. As he squeezed the mustard bottles, however, he accidentally squeezed out too much, and the mustard spilled all over the hot dog, making a complete mess. He just wasn't ready for that mustard. Timmy was disappointed, but he didn't give up. He wiped off the excess and tried again, this time being more careful with the bottle. To his delight, the hot dog turned out perfect. The bun was toasted to a golden brown. The hot dog was juicy and delicious. The mustard added just the right amount of tangy flavor to the hot dog, making it the best hot dog he'd ever tasted. From that day on, he became an expert in making hot dogs, making sure to add just the right amount of mustard. And he would never forget the valuable lesson he learned about being careful when squeezing the bottle.
I don't even want to unmute my mic. I don't even want to unmute it.
Aussies should do ebooks, not these kind of books.
I want to say that left a bad taste in my mouth, but that would be really inappropriate.
Is it tangy?
Shut up. I wouldn't know.
I can't breathe. He's gone.
I need another one. Nearly enough. Let's see if we've been demonetized yet. What? Wait, what the fuck? Time out. Hang on. What?
What's happened?
Just hang on here. I just got a copyright strike.
Joe Choi, go back and listen to the story about the hot dog and the mustard.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I just got a copyright strike.
On what?
On the fireworks festival I uploaded. On January 1st. Because it wasn't. That wasn't mine. I stole it from the bridge cam down the street.
Oh, okay.
Stupid idiots that did that. Fireworks festival.
Status yeeted, channel deleted.
Yeah.
Oh, the fireworks.
Yeah, well, yay! I got my very first copyright strike. It expires in 90 days. All right.
Also, it's a full-on strike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the video is gone. It's done. So now I've got to be a good boy for 3 months. All right. Well,
hang on. If you've got a strike, how are you still streaming? I thought the first strike cost you 7 days.
Apparently not. Hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there? Hello? Yeah, well, that's interesting. Huh. Guess it doesn't. That's good.
Well, just in case anybody, if you don't see Jeff tomorrow, this is why.
You'll know why. Yeah. It says the following videos have been removed from YouTube due to a copyright takedown request. Come on, don't be a dick. Just ask them to take it down before you copyright strike. A copyright owner asked us to take down your video because they believe it contains material that violates their copyright. Fair enough. I would have just taken it down. Your video is removed from YouTube. Your channel received a strike. If you get 3 copyright strikes, your account, along with any associated channels, will be subject to termination. What you can do nothing. Strikes expire after 90 days, as long as you complete copyright school. It's copyright school. Guess that's what I get a research on. Was you complete copyright school, request retraction, or submit counter notification. Deleting the video will not remove the strike. Yes, I've been told never to ever do that. But
no, don't. Private, don't delete.
Contact claimant, submit counter notification. I think that's what I'll do. I'll contact them and say, please remove this, and I will take the video down. And then if not, I will complete copyright school. All right, well, that's interesting.
Oh, it's only if your live stream is removed for copyright that you could lose the 7 days.
Oh, good. So just never do anything live streaming. Well, there we go. That was interesting. So not only
Just Cause has a point. Ask Nick to help with writing that out.
Well, it's got to be in Korean, so I'm a stupid foreigner. I don't know how to do it. Please be nice to me. We are limited and yellow.
Mom.
All right. Request review. I confirm this video meets user-friendly guidelines. Okay, there we go. All right, YouTube person reviewing this. We're just having fun. All righty, we'll see. We'll see how this works out. They're still processing my. See, they think I'm some sort of weird controversial guy. Every single. For those of you that don't know, green just means green lit. You're suitable for all ads. Yellow means like nobody really wants to advertise with you, so we'll put like one advertisement for some shady auction site or something on your stream.
Well, to be
you'll
fair,
get no
it doesn't
revenue
just
out of
mean
it.
that. It may also mean that YouTube has determined that you are not appropriate to put ads for certain advertisers
Yeah.
on. It's not just whether or not the advertisers are happy to. It's YouTube making the determination as well that
Yeah.
you might not be content friendly.
Yeah.
Because they're
And then
asses.
red just means you're ineligible for any kind of ad revenue and is done. And I just start out by default on yellow. That's just where I start out.
Yep.
And so I'm still yellow from my Sarah Boone deal and still yellow from yesterday's OJ Simpson. And now I'm working on my my yellow here. So anyway, there we are. We're not totally red. So yeah, I will. I'm going to be talking to Nick tomorrow. So I'll just ask if he has any, because it's just begging a Korean guy to, you know, withdraw the strike if I agree to withdraw the, if I agree to delete the video, will they withdraw their strike, kind of a thing. And they'll say no, because that's how they work. And then I'll just wait 90 days and take whatever the hell copyright school is. Jeff's channel gonna get frozen like Harry's peen. No. Oh well. I guess I finally arrived. I got a copyright strike. Well, let's cleanse our palate, so to speak. And talk about Harry revealing that Meghan Markle misled viewers. Oh, we haven't been paying attention to our chat here, have we? I mean, we currently have 961 viewers, and 720 likes. Well, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for that. Let's see how our poll is doing, as long as the YouTuber people are going to be checking to see how smashed we are here. I smashed that like button and subscribe button. Currently, there's a tie for last place. 14% say they smashed the like and the subscribe button, which you should all do. And you should definitely all go over to Aussie Overlord. You see how witty and fun and fantastic and what a damn good guy he is. Hilarious, fun stuff. He does stuff that even I don't dare do, like his kinky corner on Sundays, and does fun stuff.
That is true. And I just did a video on copyright law, comparing it in Australia. I'm going to do a follow-up comparing the copyright laws in America. Tomorrow, we're talking about Wizards of the Coast and the OGL and the fact that they're pushing back the release date for it, as well as the Japanese prosecutors finally charging the murderer of Shinzo Abe, and why the internet is obsessed with Tinder fish date nights, of all things. So,
okay.
Yeah, be a fun day.
14% of you smashed the like button and the subscribe button like Harry's back smashed the dog bowl. Up now, 15% of you smashed that like button like the back alley chick smashed Harry. And 32% of you smashed that like button like Prince Andrew. Never mind. And 40% of you smashed the like and subscribe button like everyone has smashed Meghan Markle. Keep the poll coming.
I still wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole on someone else's penis. So,
what if it was frozen?
Nah.
What if it had Elizabeth Arden cream rubbed on it?
God, no. I'm pretty sure my mum used it.
My mom's lips have been on that. I hope he was talking about the ones on her face.
Oh, how would he know? Dear God, let's not go down that.
He fantasizes about her in the room when he's doing it, so, you know. All right, Prince Harry reveals that Meghan Markle misled viewers about Kate Middleton feud during 2021 Oprah special. Or as I call his article, Prince Harry throws his wife under the bus. Steph the Ultra Nerd, I hope you're still here listening and you haven't just become so disgusted with me you're never going to talk to me again. Prince Harry revealed in his highly anticipated memoir, Spare, that his wife, Meghan Markle, misled viewers of their 2021 Oprah Winfrey television special about the cause of her falling out with Kate Middleton. While the 41-year-old former Suits actress claimed that Middleton, 40, was to blame for their spat over the flower girl dresses ahead of the Sussex's May 2018 wedding, the 38-year-old Duke of Sussex wrote that his sister-in-law also became upset about a comment made by Markle. Oh dear, yeah, I'm sure everything. He's offended by this is the baby hormones thing. So, how is this linked to the Oprah interview? being offended by having baby brain hormones. Baby brain is a term that refers to memory problems, poor concentration, and absent-mindedness reported by many women during pregnancy and early motherhood, per the Mayo Clinic. Middleton has given birth to her third child, Prince Louis, 1 month ahead of Harry and Markle's nuptials at St. George's Chapel in London. During the Sussexes' sit-down with Winfrey, 68, do we really care how old Oprah Winfrey is? Markle made no mention of the baby brain remark. However, she did address rumors that she had made Middleton cry before their wedding. The narrative with Kate, which didn't happen, was really, really difficult, and something that I think that's when everything changed, really, Markle said at the time. Markle told Winfrey that the reverse happened.
Of course that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Deflect any way she can.
That was the turning point, Markle admitted. Markle alleged that the narrative that the two had a long-standing feud stemming from Middleton crying at the wedding simply didn't happen. Instead, Markle explained that a few days before the wedding, Middleton was upset about the flower girl dress that her daughter, Princess Charlotte, was meant to wear. It made me cry and really hurt my feelings, Markle explained. And I thought the context of everything else that was going on in those days leading to the wedding, that it didn't make sense to not just be doing whatever everyone else was doing, which was trying to be supportive. So she's crying because, oh, Kate's not being supportive of me during my wedding.
Okay, hang on. Yes. Chat. Who takes priority in this situation? Pregnant woman or bride the week before her wedding? Who's allowed to be more crazy?
Ooh, that's sort of a King Kong versus Godzilla argument there. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's just scary.
Mm-hmm.
Meghan noted that the alleged feud that made for such media fodder ended almost as quickly as it began, thanks to an apology from Middleton. It was a really hard week of the wedding, Markle explained, and she was upset about something, but she owned it, and she apologized, and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing, and she did. I don't believe she apologized. And she did what I would do if I knew that I had hurt someone, right? Just to take accountability for it. Markle later explained that it was difficult for her to get over being portrayed as the instigator of the feud. What was hard to get over was being blamed for something that not only I didn't do, but happened to me, Markle later told Winfrey. Everyone in the institution knew it wasn't true. I'm not sharing that piece about Kate in any way to be disparaging to her, or specifically for the purpose of being disparaging to her, one of those two. I think it's really important for people to understand the truth. She's a good person, she added. And I think so much of what I've seen play out is this idea of polarity, where if you love me, you don't have to hate her. And if you love her, you don't need to hate me. However, Harry calls her a bold-faced liar and throws her under the bus. I just made that part up, but that's what he does here. However, Harry wrote in Spare that while the initial spat was over flower girl dresses, Markle's comment added fuel to the fire. The Duke of Sussex wrote, in the lead up to the wedding, Middleton became emotional during a fraught discussion she had with Markle about the timing of the wedding rehearsal and the fit of the flower girl dresses. He recounted that Middleton texted Markle during the week of the wedding that there was a problem with her daughter Charlotte's flower girl dress. Harry explained that it was expected that the French haute couture dresses, which had been hand-sewn based solely on the bridesmaids' measurements, would need alteration. According to the Duke of Sussex, Markle asked Middleton to bring Charlotte to the palace. Yes, tell the future queen to get her ass over to your house. I don't think that's how that works. To bring Charlotte to the palace so that a tailor could make alterations to the dresses for all 6 of the bridesmaids. Harry wrote that Middleton deemed this suggestion not sufficient and set up a time to speak with Markle. During their conversation, Harry alleged that Middleton told Markle that her daughter's dress was too big, long, and baggy. She also allegedly said that Charlotte burst into tears when she tried it on. Well, that might be a little bit hyperbolic, but after Markle repeated that she should bring Charlotte over for alterations, Middleton allegedly told her that all the dresses needed to be remade. Markle went on to make the baby brain comment, which offended the Duchess of Cambridge, according to the memoir. So yeah, Harry just threw his wife under the bus and said she lied to Oprah and it was really all her fault. Oops. But Middleton eventually, on the couch. Yeah, Though Middleton eventually agreed to bring Charlotte over for alterations, Harry recalled finding Markle crying on the floor after the exchange. He noted that Middleton apologized and brought a card and flowers when she came over the next day. He later wrote that Markle was offended after being reprimanded for a remark and was told that she wasn't close enough to Middleton to make comments about her hormones. Fair enough. I just know that if anybody had made a comment to my ex-wife about her hormones when she was horribly pregnant, they probably would have been picking up their teeth.
Oh, hell no. They would have been 6 foot under.
According to Harry, Markle was brought to tears again after being told off. The clash over the baby brain remark was one of the many revelations that has emerged from Harry's bombshell memoir. Spare is set to be released. Blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe Jeff doesn't know that Lisa Marie Presley died. Yes, Jeff knows that Lisa Marie Presley died. Jeff just doesn't really care that Lisa Marie Presley, I mean, okay. Sorry, I just don't really care. Lots of people die every day, and she wasn't particularly important to me. Sorry, maybe I'm a cold son of a bitch, but it's just not something that whatever. Sorry. Execution says, okay, I see the problem here. Instead of reading the book, you read opinion pieces written out of context, made purely for clicks. Great. This is him giving interviews. We're reading interviews that he has given. And how do you take out of context his own voice reading his own words about fantasizing about his mother while he's rubbing cream on his genitalia? It's kind of hard to take that one out of context. I'm sorry.
And Marv White, if we don't go through the articles, someone else is going to.
Yeah. Take it before you can't stream. I think that's scrolling back here to make sure we're all up to date. Peter Warren, Jeff, love your content. Here's your OJ coverage and for being such an authentic dude. Best of luck over there in Korea. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that. And Flux. So this stream is about Harry's peen. It was. Now we're never talking about Harry's peen again. So there you go. At least not until he talks about it again, then we'll bring it up. It was a singular paragraph and it didn't say fantasize. The article did. Well, he was creating a fantasy about his mother being there. He was using his imagination, which is the definition of a fantasy. Yep. We're not bringing that back up. So, now, see, I don't care Jeff Beck died. That's the thing. I haven't talked about that because that really is kind of personally traumatic to me. Jeff Beck has been such a huge, huge thing in my life since long before he started teaming up and doing guitar work with Johnny Depp. Now, back in the Yardbird days when I was just a kid, he replaced Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds, and that's sort of what set off his career. And that's kind of a touchy subject. Let's cleanse our palate by talking about a 6-year-old deleting his teacher. How's that sound?
Oh, we're going over this. Okay, yes.
Yeah, USA. And then we're going to talk about porn star Ron Jeremy, because why not?
I'm going to check out for that one.
No, you're not. That's what you came here for.
I still got to be up in 6 hours, thank you.
Yeah, me too. We're winding down here. Maybe done or 2 hours, and I've got to be up early. Why do you have to be up in 6 hours, Ozzy Overlord?
Because I have my usual channel show.
Wow, what time does that start?
Whatever time I roll out of bed. So usually 4 p.m. Eastern. Give or take about an hour and a half.
Well, good, because slightly before that, at 8:30 p.m. Well, I guess after that, 8:30 p.m. So that'll be in 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, 1:30 p.m. UK time, and 12:30 p.m. Canberra time. I will be on Flux's channel with Flux and Hannah Franz doing The Unexplained. So make sure you join me. Make sure you join me over there, and that'll be after Ozzy finishes his deal. So watch him first, then come over and watch us. That having been said, let's Get on with it. 6-year-old in custody after Virginia teacher injured in elementary classroom shooting. A 6-year-old. A 6-year-old. Police say opened fire in a Virginia classroom and seriously injured a teacher. Was in custody Friday, police said. This was not an accidental shooting. Yeah. No students were injured in the afternoon shooting at Rich Neck Elementary School. Rich Neck. It's like it's like the anti-redneck school. It's the Rich Neck School in Newport News. Looks like a Richie school. The shooting happened in a first grade classroom, and the child and teacher who knew each other were apparently alone. Drew said at an evening news conference. The altercation was between a 6-year-old, the student who did have the firearm, and the teacher, and then a round was fired. The teacher, a woman in her 30s, was hospitalized. Her injuries are still considered life-threatening, but there was some improvement in the last update we got. The chief said the 6-year-old boy will not be identified because of his age. Yes, Hayden?
When did this article come out?
January 7th, so a week ago.
I was going to say this because I've covered it slightly more recently, and a number of the factors in this are not what's been reported since.
Oh, well.
So,
then.
Anyway, continue.
So that's the story. No, you continue with the update. You tell us what the update is. That's kind of it. You know, that's sort of the gist of the story. A 6-year-old apparently brought a gun to school and blasted the teacher. So what's the real story now, Hayden? You get to update us. Thank you for being here.
Gun belonged to the kid's mother. There supposedly were other kids in the classroom because they called the teacher heroic, who I understand is actually closer to 26 than in her 30s. And it shot through the hand into her chest. I'm not quite sure why they classed it as heroic, given that she just screamed for the kids to get out of the room, though. He didn't. We understand. There's a possibility that it may have been intended that he was there. He intended to shoot another child. We don't know specifically. There may or may not have been an altercation between him and the teacher. It's still a little bit unclear. But point is, he didn't have it in his backpack. He had it on his person, tucked into the back of his trousers. Pulled it out in the middle of class, and popped a cap in her.
Wow, I mean that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope the child's parents get charged with lots and lots of things. I'm sure there's lots and lots of things they could be charged with. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like mystified. Whose 6-year-old gets access to a firearm? I mean, like, seriously.
Yeah, honestly, Bobby, I'm not quite sure how the hell he managed to do that as well. I would be expecting a gun with that kind of weight to sort of, like, as bad as it sounds, be pulling his pants down as he's walking around the classroom. I mean, it's not like... Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole heap of this that seems unverified as of yet, but I'm just saying what information I've received from various other news sources in the last couple of days, because I've been doing updates as they've been coming through. But let's face it, we can only trust mainstream news sources as far as we can throw them. So, mother's gun, they'll charge the father.
Yeah, I mean that's just a wild story. I mean, I read that and I think, okay, this has got to wait. This has got to be read on Friday because I mean, there's some
stretched out earlier in the week.
There's so many failures in that story. I mean, how many things have to go horrifically wrong for this story to actually happen?
True, but at least it didn't go absolutely horrifically wrong because at least she has survived. Like, there is something to be said for, if a student kills his teacher in front of his classmates, that's significantly worse, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, shooting her in the middle of class, still not great. But if he then becomes known around school as the kid that shot the teacher and killed her, a little bit worse. Just a little bit.
Well, let's lighten the mood by talking about Ron Jeremy being accused of grape, and then we can wrap it up with the final story. By the way, chat, and you know who you guys are. Chill out. Nobody's getting blocked. Nobody's getting timed out. Nobody's getting banned. But personal request: Execution, let's turn it down from 11 to about a 9, if you will. If you will just be so kind as to not derail the show by having chat drama, I would deeply appreciate it. So, Execution, as a favor to me, let's dial it back to 9 and let's not do all that, okay? Deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much. Nobody's going anywhere. Except for Ron Jeremy. He's going to the nether
prison, probably.
Former prawn star Ron Jeremy to be declared incompetent to stand trial for grape. Things are not going well. Execution, please. They're not going to block you. I'm the only one that does that. And just please don't. Yeah, clearly I didn't because you're still here, Omnistash Gaming. Clearly I didn't. Former adult film star Ron Jeremy is suffering from severe dementia and will be declared incompetent to stand trial on multiple charges of grape later this
Please
month.
be syphilis. Please be syphilis. Please be syphilis.
This is a good picture of him. This is 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This is 2 years ago. Let's see if we can bring up this picture here. Hang on. There's a relatively current picture here that I was going to use on my green screen. Then I decided to get rid of the green screen for tonight. Where are we at here? One moment. Yeah, Ron Jeremy is not looking good at all. Where are we at here? Hedgehog, where's your pick, bro? Did I delete it already? I may have done
Yeah, look,
that.
it's true, Okopus. He was never a particularly good-looking dude, but the man had
When he was young, he looked pretty good. I know the easiest way of doing this. We'll just search. He actually looked pretty decent in that 70s prawn star kind of way back in the 70s.
Yeah, 70s. Do you realize how long ago that was?
Very long.
If he was a jack-o'-lantern, he'd be
Holy shit! Yeah, we can't bring up Ron Jeremy images.
Aren't you glad you didn't do that on stream?
Oh yes! Holy Christ! I'm very happy I did not.
Turn safe search on when searching for porn stars.
That would have been my second strike in one day. Wow. Good Lord. Hello, everyone. I'm kind of stunned here. Now I'm afraid to move. Anyway, he looks really, really bad now.
Would you like me to locate an image that is safe for school?
There. I've got one. Oh, my Lord. I found the one I was looking for. Yeah, and none of the ones I was looking for. Shannon says, no, he didn't, Jeff. No, he didn't what?
Look good in the 70s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here. This is a more recent picture.
Mrs. K. Griff, what did you think would happen?
I wasn't thinking, but yeah. So he's got serious dementia. He's been kind of loopy for about the past year, but now he's just incompetent to stand trial.
Jeff saw more sausage in a single search than at the deli.
There wasn't any sausage in that picture, but there was a whole fish market. It was like an Arby's roast beef sandwich display.
Oh.
It was like an open-faced roast beef sandwich extravaganza. Woo!
New topic, how to eat your own channel in 3 easy steps.
Good Lord. I'm so glad I didn't... I was so close to just... Let's search for an image.
Chat.
And now I'm not even going to talk about why I think Dana White was justified in smacking his wife. We'll do that for a different stream. Oh, what? Now Hayden's interested in the stream suddenly?
No. I'm trying to work out how that would ever be justified. But anyway.
Because she slapped him first in public.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anywho,
no,
we'll talk about that.
If chicks want to throw down, then I'm an equal opportunist.
Yep. Now, do we have to do this now that I brought it up?
Nah, save it for another stream.
No, yeah, we'll save it for next Friday or something. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, we'll do that for a different stream. Oh my God. Ooh, dodged a Ron Jeremy bullet, so to speak. Hi, Normie. How you doing?
You're just batting penis away. If it's not Harry, it's Ron Jeremy.
It's a peen stream. What do you know?
You know, Kiki Corner's supposed to be my thing.
Yeah.
It's all because I came on stream. It's all because I turned the camera on.
Ew! That'll get you yeeted too. Don't do that. That's what we're trying to avoid. Oh God. Oh, meme is still going? Holy crap.
Is he?
Wow. Apparently. Wow. All right.
I'm not rereading the hot dog story. I'm just not.
Hot dogs and mustard Friday with Ace the Bat Dog. I don't even know what Ace the Bat Dog is, but it's funny.
Beastone, I'm glad you enjoy it. Honestly, I really do. Guys, if there legitimately is anyone here watching that has not subbed to me, I'd really appreciate it if you would just head over and hit that subscribe button. Susan, YouTube, sorry, I did that the wrong way. YouTube, Susan, has taken away roughly 32 subs from me in the last 7 days. I'm actually backpedaling now because even though I keep adding subs, she keeps deducting them. So I'd really appreciate it if we could try and get me back on the positive trajectory instead of the negative. So that'd be appreciated.
And I appreciate the 6 people that have subscribed during this stream. So I don't know what it was, but I got about 60 in one day and 20 in another day, and then I did nothing for a month and a half. And I mean, just literally get 5, lose 5, get 5, lose 5, get 5, lose 5 for a month and a half. And then something just opened up a few days ago and just boom, rocketed up. So hey, cool. You need to get that. You need to get to that point. Leany, $1.99. Hayden, never change. Your laugh is life.
Thank you.
See, I don't feel so shy about my snort because he snorts too. Wow. I just subbed to unsub.
That's fine. So as long as you resub and then you unsub again, just keep going, okay? It's still interaction for me.
But make sure you're subbed longer than you're unsubbed. Yeah, I got nothing after Ron Jeremy's search just gave me a heart attack. I literally don't know what I was thinking. I was expecting, oh, let's just look at all the pictures of him in court. There wasn't a single picture of him anywhere near a courtroom in that entire screen.
Would you like to discuss another big dick and talk about Kanye marrying?
I don't know what those two have to do with each other, but we can. Cricket Crafts and Crime. I've been listening while running errands, but I'm here. 1K sub grift. Love you, Jeff and Vice Squad. Well, love you too. Thank you so much. Cricket Crafts and Crime. Go to Cricket Crafts and Crime, by the way, and click subscribe. There's a fledgling channel that is just trying to get off the ground. Who is Kanye marrying? Says Eva Torres.
Kanye is marrying an Australian Yeezy designer named Bianca Sensori. Technically, they've already married. Still need to file the paperwork. But it's come just 2 months after he's finalized the divorce from Kim K in November. So, I think there's a little bit of under the table stuff going on there, frankly.
Kanye goes down under.
Hell yeah.
Well, do we have picks?
Hang on.
That do not involve Ron Jeremy, please. Jeff is in shock. Jeff came really, really close to performing that search live on stream. That would have been very bad.
Aren't you damn glad you didn't? I've thrown it in the private chat just to save me from potentially doxing a few things. Yeah,
oh, okay.
AP, I dare say there was some overlap, if I'm perfectly honest. Oh, and that reminds me, for anyone that hasn't seen it as well, given that Kanye is actually suing a burger joint here in Melbourne, I actually went to the burger joint. I do have a stream up on my channel as well, where we went around, got a look at the place. It's a nice little small place in, oh God, I want to say it's not in Inverleigh. It's, anyway, point is, went there, tried the burger. It's quite nice. It's a good fun stream.
She's healthy.
Okay.
All right. Well, you asked for it. You got it. Yeez. All right. Let's bring this up. Make sure there's nothing else open. Okay. I'm just like really scared to click anything. Oh dear God.
Damn, I should have done like the sex column or something just to freak you out.
Yeah. Kanye West marries Australian Yeezy designer Bianca Sensori, 27, 2 months after divorcing Kim Kardashian. All right, where's the... That was like full screen a minute ago. Maybe I just need to...
Oh, yeah, it does weird things when you zoom in and out.
Wait, now it just disappeared altogether. Well, we'll get to her. Anyway, I guess we don't need to watch the video. What have I done? Now I'm on some travel site. Wait, fuck, get back here. There we go.
You can't deal with Australian websites, can you?
Oh, okay. It's
There's
the
the video.
drop down menu. There's the video. All right. She has some serious Terminator glasses going on there. What is wrong with his face?
That's the kid. That's Northwest pretending to look like
Oh,
Kanye.
Jesus. Thank intercourse for that. Kanye West married Australian goddamn drop down menus. Keep the cursor down here. Bianca Sensori, 2 months after his divorce from Kim Kardashian was finalized. The rapper, 45, tied the knot with Sensori, 27. I hope he has tied his knots so we don't get any more children from him. In a private ceremony, the couple have been spotted wearing wedding rings, but have not filed a marriage certificate. Showbiz News Webs. She knows what she's getting into. Good luck to her, I guess. Sensori is head of
She's
architecture.
Aussie, she's used to crazy.
Yeah. Head of architecture. She designs buildings. Kanye's Brandon got a bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Melbourne. After graduating, she worked at Toscano Architects. I guess she was. And she was a design consultant for Collective, both in Melbourne. She has worked for Kanye since 2020. So let's take a look at this this healthy young woman. I have to ensmallen. Oh, this is kind of weird. If I shrink my screen, it actually makes it bigger. Because it's down under. It's just like the toilet water going backwards. It doesn't really happen.
I was gonna say, let's
Yeah.
not perpetuate. There's enough effing like myths and stories about Australia. Let's not perpetuate another one, okay?
Yeah, there's that one. The water really doesn't go the other way, and Aussies
No, we
don't
just wipe
like
our asses with
Foster's beer.
koalas.
Yeah, and they really like Foster's beer. That's the one that you really don't like. Seriously, you want to get punched in the face by an Australian? Tell him how awesome Foster's is and ask him if he likes it.
Seriously, I think I told you, for the 24-hour stream, I tried to buy some Fosters just for the hell of it. I would have had to have had it shipped from the other side of the country. Because they don't stock it, because it is just sent overseas, usually to England.
Now here's my this is Kim. Kim's here, and like I like the leather suit he's wearing. That's pretty good. Now this is his new bride.
That's Kim. Yep.
She's healthy. Now,
oh yeah.
Wait, hang on here. There's like a lot of hair going on here. That's like long hair too. That's kind of. She's got like side boob hair.
She's Aussie. Move on.
Yeah, she's
Look, with tits and a face like that. Trust me, she's gonna get a pass if she's got a little bit of boob hair. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Kanye, who now goes by the name Ye, recently released a song called "Sensory Overload." In tribute to his new wife. The track includes the lyrics, "And the Bible said, I can't have any more sex till marriage." That's some great lyrics. There,
as if there is
the
no
couple are
way
honeymooning
that they were not
in
banging.
Utah. Oh, now there's like 3 black people in Utah. Why are they going to my state? Go away. Well, hello. All right. Well, goodbye. What could he possibly see in her, I wonder?
Himself?
This woman ain't an Aussie. I bet she's some kind of resident. Like a resident has a capital R. Aussie knows that if you have boobs, they'll ignore the chest hair from experience. She wore a small top to make her boobs look bigger. Oh dear.
Show me one woman that hasn't done that at least once in their life.
Yeah, I just wish I could buy bigger shirts. They just don't make Koreans my size. Yeah. Legal Vices, it could be a bad Photoshop to look better, but so that's the deal, huh? He's married his shoe chick.
So there you go.
I have 20 acres in Utah, having a house built soon. Beautiful. Hope it's in somewhere decent in Utah and like not down in the desert.
And I hope you're putting a fence around it so that you can keep Kanye out.
Yeah, keep the wild Kanyes where they belong. In the eucalyptus trees, apparently.
Well, if he gets syphilis, we know how and why.
He got it from the koalas.
Oh no, that's sorry, chlamydia. That's chlamydia.
Oh yeah, same thing. Yeah. Legal Vices, those are her hair extensions. I don't know. That kind of look anyway. Whatevs. Proto Kim.
No, I'm sorry. I think she's a definite upgrade. So
yeah,
again, I'm biased.
I concur. Yeah.
So
I'm not biased, and I think you're right. At least she looks kind of human. Kanye is greater than an ostrich, is greater than an emu, is greater than a rhea.
What's a rhea?
It's a bird, I hope.
He might end up needing some Elizabeth Arden cream.
Rhea is a mother goddess in ancient Greek religion. Probably talking about. Oh, it looks like an emu, sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a South American ostrich. It's a South American ostrich. All right.
What was that, Sparta? One's own hand is an upgrade over Kim Kardashian. That's a good point.
Can't argue with that, I guess. All right, folks.
Going out my head.
It's now 12:27 here and 2:27 where Aussie Overlord is. We're 2 hours and 27 minutes into our 2-hour stream, so I think we're doing okay. Let's see how our poll ended. Those of you that have not taken the poll, you now have exactly about 30 seconds to do it. Exactly about that's lawyer talk right there. Or exactly about is an acceptable alternative. 811 concurrent viewers. Thanks, I guess, for you 811 sick people that are still here watching this. Congratulations for surviving yet another Legal Vices Aussie Overlord stream. 811 current viewers.
Blame this for me.
No, I'm just, you're contributing. 844 likes. And we've just hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, take the poll. Here's the results, the final results of the poll. With 13% of the vote, I smashed that like button and subscribe button like everyone. No, like Harry's back smashed the dog bowl. Because that was from when he complained that William pushed him down and he broke the dog bowl and got some pieces of plastic stuck in his back. 15% of you said you smashed that like button and subscribe button like the back alley chick smashed Harry. Oh, and Meme Copium is just rating us now. Too bad we're leaving right now, but quickly, while you're here, hit the like button and subscribe button. Now we have to wait for this stupid announcement to go out of the way so we can get back to the poll. Dismiss.
Glad you enjoyed it, Caitlin.
The Meme Copium. There we go. All right, let's get back to this here. 15% of you said, I smashed that like button and subscribe button like the back alley chick smashed Harry. And 32% of you says, I smashed that like button and subscribe button like Prince Andrew never mind. And winning the poll was, with 39% of the vote, I smashed that like button and subscribe button like everyone has smashed Meghan Markle. End poll. Ozzy, give your final grift. What are you doing? Where are you? How do we find you? And what's coming up?
So I will be doing my usual show tomorrow at roughly 4, probably 5 p.m. by this stage because I'm going to actually need to get some sleep. But keep an eye out for the notifications. Easiest way to do that is I'm going to put in chat my confirmation thing. So literally copy and paste that, put it in the user base. It will take you to the page. All you got to do is hit the red button, and it will automatically subscribe you. Okay, that's how it's easy it is, people. Even if you just open it in a new tab, it does that. Okay. But otherwise, it's going to be a regular old day. I'll be there for a couple of hours. We'll have some fun, have some laughs. Sunday we'll have Kinky Corner. At some point during the week, I'm hoping to have a couple of the Americans on to talk about qualified privilege. And we're going to have a bit of fun there too. So, as always, guys, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
And it's looking like your link did not show up in the chat.
Oh, I'm not a mod. I can't post links. Damn it.
Well, put it in the private chat and I will post it.
Okay.
Well, we need to mod you
do it
too.
anyway.
I will. Give me some time. Not good at doing things on the fly. All right. The secret I've been trying to learn.
You can literally click that. It'll take you directly to my page, guys. And you don't even have to find the subscribe button. You don't even have to look. It will literally pop up with a notification saying, do you want to subscribe? That's how easy it is.
There you go.
Is that 4 to 5 p.m. Kangaroo time? No, that is 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. for me. So, yeah.
And how did Eastern Standard Time become the global default for YouTube start times? What'd they ever do to deserve that?
I guess because YouTube's domiciled in the US. I mean, it would have been nice if they just done it off Greenwich Mean Time, but anyway.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but whatever. Probably because Americans can't figure that shit out.
Dude, you're American. You just live in Korea.
Yeah, and that's what I know. I've been here 34 years, and my dad still calls me at 3:30 in the morning. Like, what time is it? Is it like lunchtime? Yeah, no. It's lunchtime where you are.
That's why if I ever am like seriously, I legitimately on my camera, like I've got to. I was to try and hold it up here. No, I'm not going to be able to do that without plugging it. On my stream deck, I literally have Eastern Time, Central Time, Pacific Time, UK Time, all in a row, so that I know exactly what time it is for anyone that is watching me in the world. If I go overseas anywhere, I give my parents a clock that is set to the time zone of wherever I'm going. Or at least I will do if I ever get a passport.
Yeah, and me, in order, Canberra, New York, Utah, London. That's kind of it there.
Curious says, damn it, North Taiwan.
North Taiwan.
Oh, yeah, I refuse to refer them to as anything else than that now. They are the North Taiwanese.
Okay. Oh, dear. All right, that makes sense. Well, folks, it is that time. I was going to dump everybody into Meme Copium, but he just did that to me a few minutes ago, so he is clearly finished. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow morning, my time, whatever time it is, I think it's 10:30 a.m., which would be 8:30 p.m. UK time, Eastern time in the US, 1:30 p.m. in the UK. I will be on Flux's channel, which is House of Flux, no spaces, 2 X's, HOUSEOFFLUXX, with Hannah Franz, where we'll be discussing the unexplained on a Friday the 13th edition of the Unexplained. See you there.
It was the Friday the 13th, wasn't it?
Yeah. We that's kind of what we all said. Oh, really? All right. So take care. And then Monday we'll be back to Maritime Monday. Tuesday we're going to be doing some other stuff, and Wednesday we'll do some other stuff, and then Thursday we'll be doing some OJ Simpson, and Friday we'll do some other stuff.
You know, I hear that Halloween's going to be on Friday the 13th in October for the dyslexics issue.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Who was it that put that on Twitter the other day and started a damn fight? People are stupid. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I got nowhere to go. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll all see you tomorrow over on House of Flux. And with 4:30, so a couple of hours before that, 4 hours before that, over on Aussie Overlord's channel. Do not miss us. We rock. See y'all tomorrow. Enjoy your legal vices. The legal ones.